What is up, good people? Rain here, coming from the Republic of California. Yes, we are a republic, or what we once were considered a republic. We will get back there, just like America will get back there. And I'm sick and tired of hearing people saying our constitutional democracy. That's a lie. Lies. Question everything. Lies. Lies! When you got to listen to a freaking leader from a former communist country to tell us truths, that's when you know we're at the precipice. Shout out to Tucker Carlson. What's up, everybody? Hopefully we got good comms. Yeah. Let's see here. Who's first? Awesome, just in time. Dexterous was first. Silver Days, let's go, right? XRP Army. Yep. I know a lot of people are getting they're getting discouraged. People are getting pissed. They're trying to find someone to get mad at, right? Like I could feel it, man. Like I don't even need to be amongst the chats or anything. I feel it in the air. Like there's a lot of discouragement in the air, but there's also a lot of things to be encouraged about. So keep the faith. If you need to sell some bags, to survive this friggin' time we're in, well, that's what you got to do. Or some people just get out completely. But got a lot of people that believe, man. We're believers. You got to have a lot of, I don't know. You got to have freaking tenacity, balls of steel, right? All right, let me hold on. Let me get some music flowing here. We got Lou Dog in the back. Lou Dog's in the background. That back button is a bitch on my freaking mouse. I'll tell you what, like I got to switch that out. I got like these two side buttons that would be used really good for like gaming and stuff, but they're not good for streaming because they're right by my thumb and it actually kicks me out of the stream. Chavo Mofo. What's up, buddy? What's up, Legendary Dave? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, question everything. Serious. It's true. Like, yeah, 5x5 from Legendary. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I'm on the cheap little mic because I don't know, but I had it set up to where it wouldn't be working from the cam part, and then I would use my Rodecaster, but somehow it kicked on, it took over. So I'm using that mic. It's basic. It's just basic. I don't have headphones for it or anything. So yeah. Yes. Shout out to Tucker and Poutine. Right. Audio's good. 5x5. SAH or SHX. Yeah, I never did get any of that. Yeah, I guess it's pumping or it's about to pump. I don't know. Can't keep up. Can't keep up with everything. That would be GDLT territory. Hopefully he'll come on and bless us with his knowledge of such things. And maybe he'll pump us up. Maybe he'll pump our bags and get us all pumped up. And I don't mean, like financially he's going to pump our bags. I mean like just the spirit of it all, right? Like crush the spirit of hate, fear, and anxiety, and freaking whining and crying about shit, and bring the love, right? G loves to bring the love. I like that. Shavamofo says, I would go homeless before I sell a bag. Yo, Rain, SF 49ers or KC Chiefs. So the vibe I was getting was we were repeating 2020. And I was thinking that everything was going to be a reverse, right? So if that's true, then obviously you got Joey Bribes against DJT, and DJT wins this time. And then you got the 49ers against the Chiefs, which is a repeat of 2020. And I was thinking, oh, wow, then maybe, maybe the Niners win this time. But supposedly there is a actual prophecy, which supposedly hasn't been fulfilled, they say. They thought it may have been fulfilled the last time the Chiefs won, and sometimes, third time's a charm. So the prophecy is, guys, this is crazy. From the 1980s, I never heard of it. And it was this guy that said a lot of wild things back in the day. And I guess a lot of them came true, right? He's very prophetic or whatever. And he said that when the Kansas City Chiefs wins the Super Bowl, that a huge awakening of, spirituality or whatever, believing in God and Jesus Christ and all that would happen, right? There would be a spiritual revival. So I don't know. My answer would be I'm rooting for the Niners, even though I'm an old, Raiders fan. Chiefs have had a lot of love come their way. So I think it's time for someone else to win. But, hey, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll see. Is there going to be a revival, or people are going to start freaking, I've been hearing people are seeing, they're having dreams, they're manifesting, Jesus is coming to them in their dreams. I heard Jesus Christ is coming to freaking people in Gaza Strip and blowing their minds. And I'm like going, wow, man, it's just getting weird. Everything's getting weird, guys and gals. He is going to SF, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not a huge San Francisco fan, guys. I mean, when I was a little kid, I was, and then I changed to the Raiders. Never went back. But I have to admit, I like Shanahan. I love the Shanahan loins. Shanahan has loins from his daddy. Who's your daddy? And yeah, I like the team, though. I like the team. I like Purdy. I think he's pretty cool. I like their fire. One of my best buddies is a huge Niner fan, so probably be watching the game over there. Hopefully nothing goes down. Hopefully no crazy shit goes down in Vegas. You got a lot of people, hinting about that kind of stuff too. So don't go across 40 this time of the year. Yeah, I don't know what that means. All right. Crypto Mountain Man. Says happy Friday, everyone. That's what I'm saying. All right. So am I down at the bottom of the chat? Yes, I am. Well, they're playing in the Death Star. I know, dude. There's a lot of weird shit, man. And then with the Raiders were always, they were always considered the bad boys of the NFL, and the fans were always considered crazy. I went to a lot of Raider games in Oakland, and yeah, Oakland's no joke. That place is no joke. You know what I mean? Don't get caught looking out there. And there were a lot of crazy Raider fans, right? Ravenous. But my experience in life in the local area that I live in, I had more trouble with Niner fans talking shit if they saw me wearing some Raider gear. So I'm over all that. I don't even feed into that garbage anymore. As far as the whole sports thing, I'm just not into it anymore. I do like the Raiders. I think the Raiders are building something pretty huge, kind of like their their stadium or Coliseum, whatever they got there. It's pretty epic. Is it a dark theme? Yeah, it is, because their colors are dark, right? But anyways, yeah, the Raiders are considered pirates, so kind of makes sense. Oh, Interstate 40 going west. Well, Interstate 40 going west. Be bad around this time of the year. Too much grounds to cover when it snows and ice. All right. Yeah, a lot of weather out there, man. I've been bailing out since the liquidity event of the rich ducks coming to Sacktown. When that liquidity event happened, it has been literally rain here the whole time. I've been bailing out my property. I've bailed out way over 1,000+ gallons. So is that a sign from the heavens that XRP is going to reach well over $1,000 in our somewhat near future? Who knows? Is it a sign that there's a lot of liquidity coming? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Oh, what we got here? Oh, what's up, Lower? How you doing, buddy? Shout out to everyone. I didn't call everyone out yet, but Lower Level, what's good, y'all? How you doing, buddy? Hot sauce. He says hot sauce. So we got hot sauce in the house. Shout out to Tony Bags for turning me on to these live chats. Nice to meet everyone coming by way of Indianapolis in USA. Right on, man. Is that what you do? Are you a welder? Are you a blue collar welder? A lot of blue collars, man. Shout out to the blue collars. blue collar myself. It's a liquidity event. No shit. Yeah, no shit up. Tyranny Rival, what's up, buddy? What up, Rain and Peeps? Happy Friday. Yeah, right on, man. Right out. What's up, Mullet, Shabo, Tony Bags, Legendary, Rye Guy, Lewis. My dog's named Louie. Lewis, Crypto Mountain Man, Silver Days. Did I say Rye Guy already? Rye Guy, we'll just say it again. And I think that's 179 Kevin. What's up, buddy? Haven't seen you here in a while. Bobby Townsend, how you doing, buddy? We the Bank. Who else we got? And who's no? Tim Shea, what's up? Animal. Ed. What's up, buddy? Animal. Rain. Oh, guess what? Rain here. Happy Friday, all. Oh, yeah, we got Marvin Davis in the house. We got Marvin Davis. He says animal. And I swear, yeah, Jay Henry. What's up, Jay Henry? You on the road? Are you holding it down blue collar style? Holding it down. Shout out to all the truckers, man, that travel around this great country, that see places that I might not ever see. Shout out to you all. Because without the truckers, honestly, we'd be so screwed. And it's funny because everyone seems to expect them to stand up and do everyone's work as far as like going and showing themselves and being heard or being seen, and evening glitches. And they've expected them to do things, right? Like, I think a lot of people are scared to stand up. We're going to get to a precipice, though. I mean, you see it happening around the world, right? Like all the farmers that are rising up. It's pretty wild. I actually really love it, because without the farms and the farmers too, it's the other thing, right? You need the truckers to move the produce and the products, right? And you need the farmers to farm them. You need the factories to build things, right? It comes down to blue collar. Who fucking runs this country in the end? Blue collar. Without blue collar, you have nothing. And the white collar, it seems like the white collar is always fucking with everyone else and burning everyone else. Like, so, yeah. I was white collar too for a while there, all right? Like, I'm going to tell you what, I didn't enjoy it. It was interesting. I used to think that, if I wear a suit or if I dress up and I work, with a bank or mortgage lender, or I do this or I do that, that it's going to make me feel maybe a little better, right? Like, no, that kind of work to me is just not even fun at all. It's horrible. Born and raised freaking working with my hands and, and being an entertainer. And, my whole life I've been entertaining. Tony Bags. Well, I guess he is, if he's streaming laughing out loud. What is that? Who okay? I don't even know what's going on. 68J. Hold on. What was that? 68J is streaming right now. Was in a car wreck? Oh man, I hope he's all right, man. Serious. Yeah. I don't like hearing about that kind of stuff. I was in the car industry and the repair industry, and seen a lot of bad crashes, fixed a lot of crashed up cars, and yep. Anyways, been in a lot of car crashes myself. Oh, right here. Hold on. Tony, car totaled. He and his daughter in the car, bruised up, but okay. Right on, man. Yeah, hopefully they don't get the whiplash. I still suffer from my whiplash injuries, lower back issues, pinched nerves, stuff like that. It's not fun. Sciatic nerve, those type of things, but we fight through it. We don't take the doctor's pain pills. We don't get hooked on the fucking dope that they try to push. We definitely fought through that too. That's not easy. When you're in pain every day, depending on the level of the pain, you can deal with it, right? I've been dealing with pain for a long time, guys. Decades. Couple decades. You tell him, Lou Dog. That's right, huh? Lou Dog don't play. Hey, watch him, Lou. The VIP guys at the door, they trying to come in? What's going on? Yeah, I don't see anyone in the chat that that normally likes to come up, but lower level says, I hear you, Rain. I'm beat up on one side. Injuries suck. Yeah. You got to fight through them, man. You got to fight through them. That's how I found all my alternatives, right? As far as, not being addicted to pain pills and the doctor going, oh, you got to give you pain pills, especially if you're in a lawsuit or anything. They're like, oh, well, they won't think you're hurt. You got to take the pain pills, right? Oh, don't worry. We'll wean you off of them, right? Whatever, nah. Yeah, Silver Day says Louis agrees. That's right, Lou Dog in the house. So I'm gonna put the God made weed, no big pharma pills. It's true too. That a lot of people don't know this, but they use cannabis to help people with drinking problems and even heroin addictions. So you could always balance one thing out with another, right? And if you look at cannabis is a herb. Obviously, opium is, heroin or whatever. They come from the poppy, right? It's a natural plant, but you have to process that. The herbs, you could literally go up, pick a fucking nugget off of a plant, especially if it, say, it was growing wild, right? Might not be the best stuff, but it's growing wild. You could go pick a nug off that plant and dry it out and burn it, right? So you're not sitting there processing it. The weird thing is that we have receptors in our brains for opiates and for cannabis, for THC and CBDCs and all that. So it's kind of wild. Puff puff pass. I burned a lot of trees and complained about it hurting. No pills except made it a little ibuprofen. Maybe a little ibuprofen. Exactly, dude. I'm definitely not against ibuprofen, guys. Not at all. Crypto OG. Thank God it's Friday with Ring here. Thank you, man. Because, I'm telling you guys, the jebs, the low energy jebs have really, since the meetup, have really kind of taken over. It's been rough, but, we're working through it. Like I said, we've been working really hard around here. We've been bailing out the property of all the rain here. Over thousands of gallons of water that I've had to evacuate out the property. We're most likely taking all of the week off. We're not going to be doing any crypto, no crypto stuff. We're not going to be going into streams. We're not going to be thinking about it. We're not going to be worried about it. We're not going to even focus on it at all. Why I say that is because I have to do some drainage work that I have to finish on my property, right? Like I said, so life sometimes comes first before crypto and all that. But yeah, the low jebs have kind of seeped into our society of the crypto verse, and a lot of people are they're either low jeb or they're just getting pissed off and they're taking it out on other people, right? And everyone's fighting and whatever, and people are getting mad at XRP or Ripple, and it's crazy, man. I know we're so close. Keep the faith, everybody. Stop the fighting. Stop the crying and bitching. Quit pointing fingers, guys and gals. Because sometimes the fingers need to be pointed back at us ourselves, right? So a lot of the problems I see, we sometimes create them. And if you're, this is just a little wisdom, and I try to take it myself, is if you're looking into the pool, the black pool of what our reality is right now, it will stare back at you. So take breaks, guys, from this crap, right? From all of it, right? Because, we're not just talking about crypto. We're talking about the changing of the guard. We're talking about a whole new financial system. It's insane, right? It's powerful. And the amount of FUD that we deal with on a daily, just in a regular life, in a regular folks kind of life, it's too much. And then we pile on probably another 100-something freaking issues, right? Like delving into the finances and who's connected to who's doing what, and what part of the government's trying to screw us over, and how they're going to shut down. Oh my God, they're going to shut down crypto. Oh my God, all the exchanges are going to go bankrupt. Oh my God, all the banks are going to go belly up. Oh my God, CBDCs. Oh my God, they're going to track everything. Oh my God, yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. I've went on my rant long enough, I think. Knoxville in the house. So Sorry, I had your chat up, or hold on, what do we got here? Rain, we need another synth jam out video. Ah, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I had your comment up there. I didn't even read it. I actually, it's funny you say that because I was going to do past couple of streams. I was going to do an intro, and it would be basically me doing my micro freak, my Arturia micro freak. Maybe I'll kick that on, have some fun. I do love music and performing, but I don't know. A lot of people they're not into that a lot of the times. They just want to talk crypto all the time. So, you know what I mean? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the link out. I'm gonna open up the door. Hopefully, someone comes up here and has my back. VIP gets in first. Knock before entering, because the door might be locked too. Security might have to check you. Lou Dog might check you at the door. Just be careful. Guard your nuts. What's up, Sean T? Lower level says, Rain, I feel the low energy. Fighting the good fight, though. Yeah, that's kind of how it is, right? Like, I honestly didn't even want to do a show this Friday night. It's kind of, it's up and down on that one, but I realize that there's a mission. We're all on a mission, and to provide a space for people to, whether it's they need to vent or they need to just chill, they need to be amongst their peers that maybe somewhat think like they do, because I don't want us to all become robots and we all think the same and we all say the same things like parrots. We do get accused by a so-called Xeno dude that says we're all a bunch of freaking, we're all in a, I can't even think of the word, damn it, echo chamber, right? Like, I don't believe that, but it can happen. So we don't want that. We're on a mission from God. Exactly, dude. Exactly is how I look at it. Right on, Lower Low. I appreciate you, man. Marvin Davis says, oh, damn, way down there, Lower, laughing out loud, chasing specs, reds, and flounder tomorrow. All right. Okay, Marvin Davis is going to be doing some leisure time, and that's what I'm talking about. Good people. Like, this stuff can get to you, man. And hey, shout out to Tucker again. I'd say shout out to Putin, because Putin is telling a different side of things, and he didn't even go into all the stuff that I've learned. He's holding out, guys. Like, Putin held out on quite a bit, but he did make some good points, right? Like, it's funny how he was talking about the BRICS, and he was saying that, yeah, the U.S. did this to themselves, right? The U.S. is taking themselves down. The U.S. is allowing the border thing to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty wild. He's totally right, man. Now, do I agree with everything Putin? No, I don't. But I'm going to tell you what, I think what's going to happen in the end of all this craziness we're going through, Putin is going to end up being the one on the right side. Putin has been calling out the New World Order and the WEF and all them and the deep state. He's been calling them out for years, guys. He said that they were Satanists, they worship the devil, right? He called that out years ago. Like, he's been calling real shit out. Is there parts of him and maybe the history of Russia that's not good? Yeah, every country has that. They're not perfect. We're not perfect either. So anyways, and I don't like when people say America, like he says America did this, America did that. Well, it's not really America, it's the government, right? It's the people that are pulling the strings. It's the secret organizations that we don't know about within the government, right? The black operations, all these different secret freaking operations, like they call them black ops, right? That they send people out to take care of shit, handle business. All right, we got some folks in here. We're going to bring them in. Hello? Oh, well, who is it? Oh, okay. Security's telling me that a certain someone's at the door. There's a couple of them. Hopefully they're not bringing in any contraband. You can't bring your own drinks, and you can't bring your own herb, okay? We got an herb casual den area that you can go, and there's actually vending machines. You can pick you up a jeter, and we got drinks too. So please buy everything from inside the club. Thank you. Support the show. Thank you. So we're gonna bring him in. He comes from Georgia. He likes to be known as DJ Jazzy. And we're bringing him in on stage right now. Here we go.
Yo, what up, what up, what up?
Yo.
Welcome to WZUP. What's up on your FM dial?
Thank you for bringing that plug in. Please plug our sponsors for us.
Oh, exactly. Oh, by the way, listen, I got these airplane mini bottles of vodka. What should I do with them now that I'm here? Because you said no contraband.
Oh, well, I think you're going to have to down those, sir. You're going to have to down each one of them and show us that you've already drank them so that you can start to contribute to the club.
Exactly. What's going on, man?
What's up, buddy? I got one more to bring in on the stage.
Go ahead.
He's known for loving pandas, and he is quite nerdy. We got Nerdy X.
Yo.
It's the yo club.
What's up, guys? What's up, Rain?
What's going on, Nerdy? What's up, Rain?
Welcome to Club Yo.
Okay, can I start?
Yes, please do, Sean T.
Because I've been meaning ever since last night. I was like, I cannot wait for the show to tell you what I experienced last night. So we know that a certain someone did a certain interview in a certain place, right? Got it.
Yeah, you don't have to be that secretive, dude. His name's Putin, and the other guy's Tucker. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we got that going for us, and then on top of that, the whole special counsel report about Biden and his records and why they're not going to prosecute him, right? It was so heavy of a news day that when I was trying to watch Fox News to see what they were going to say, do you know, and I toggled between Fox News and CNN, Fox News, CNN. Every time I went to Fox, my stream, if you will, would buffer. It would play 4 seconds of the show and then buffer for 5 seconds, then play 4 seconds of the show and buffer for 5 seconds. And it did that for hours on end. But when I would go to CNN, played clean for the whole night. I was like, these MFers.
Wow.
So when we talk about people getting shadow banned, as an individual channel on YouTube or Twitter, X, and then finally X changed their tune when Elon bought it. Okay, great. But things are still banned on YouTube and still banned on other platforms. I get it. Fine, do what you do. But when you can't even watch a nationally syndicated, basically global, I was like, somebody actually tried to hack the Fox News platform through the satellite so you couldn't watch the shows. Think about that for a minute.
Are you serious?
Huh? Dude, I swear to you. I even when the show would play, when the channel would play, I would count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, then it'd buffer for about 5 seconds. Then it would go back to playing, then 1 1,000, 2 1,000. It did it all night from like Tucker's thing came out at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I even watched a YouTube channel that I watch because they do reaction videos, and it's like these 4 black dudes, and they cover all different kinds of topics. But when they played the video 15-20 minutes in, people were like, you need to shut this off because they're going to ban your channel or they're going to shut it down. And I shit you not, in the middle of the stream, we're about 30 minutes in, and now they're playing Tucker's interview, but then they're also pausing it, reacting to it, just like a normal reaction video. It's just like reacting to a music video, and they got shut off. And then the video that they did on the Tucker interview didn't surface on YouTube until the next day.
Right on. Yeah. That's how they'll do it too. They'll slow roll you, or they'll say that someone went live on a couple days ago and the stream was that night or whatever, that's shadow banning, definitely.
Yeah, and the other part of it is that in the chat, because this was a live, presentation, if you will, like what we're doing, during the live chat, people were like, yo, they've shut down, X, Y, and Z channels for doing the same thing you're doing. Shut it down. And they didn't do it. They're like, no, we're going to keep rolling with it. Then eventually I'm sitting here, I'm walking around, I've got my phone on my hip, and I'm just listening to the commentary and listening to the interview, and then it goes away. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, let's stick to this topic, but I want to give a shout out to Lady E.
Yeah, go ahead.
She says, "Hola, Rain here, and much love, y'all." Lady E became a American citizen. Okay, like that's pretty huge. She did it the right way. There is a right way to do it, and she did it, and that's a lot of work. So it takes a while. So shout out, Lady E, for that. And I know we're going to get our country back as far as doing things the right way.
Congratulations.
A lot of things are changing. They're happening. We got someone in the backstage. We're going to bring him on. Did you have something real quick, Sean?
Oh, no. Go ahead. All
right, I'm going to bring this person in here up on stage. What's up, X Factor? Congrats to Lady E. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Rain, appreciate everyone. Yeah, it's got to do it the right way. You're setting an example, Lady E, and you're very happy of it. You're proud of it, right? Like, you put the work in, you did it right. That's awesome to me. And that's what we want, right? All right, so he hails from the lower parts of Cali. If you had it my way, I'd split SoCal and NorCal. It'd be two states in one. It's GDL XRP.
What up?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going, Nerdy? What's up, Jazzy? What's up, Brain?
What's up, buddy? Hopefully you're
What's
not.
up, G? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, hopefully you don't feel the low jabs. Hopefully everyone's getting pumped up right now. Hopefully the low jabs.
Hey, G. Hey, G, are you still in space, bro?
Let's go! Yeah!
My boy G's on that stronghold space shit.
Oh
my gosh, man! Oh my gosh, dude! I'm telling you, you know what? I'm hoping I might stay up all night tonight just to see it hit a penny. I want it to hit a penny before the Super Bowl. That would be great.
All right. Hold on a second now. Whoa! Hold it now.
I'm sorry, I'm getting hyped up. I'm hyped up from XX News and SHX News. Like, woo, let's go.
All right, so you're saying that I thought it was pumping too. So Stronghold's pumping. You're saying it's getting ready to push a penny?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, it's pumped pretty hard in the past 2 months, but dude, this thing's on a moon mission. Let's go.
Well, I'm glad that you're bringing that fire because a lot of people are bummed out in the space. So it's good. It's good when something is working out. Right?
Dude, we got some good stuff going on today, Rain. Like, dude, F.N.W.R just announced they got 3 grants from the World Coin Foundation, which is Sam Altman from ChatGPT. Right. So, dude, he's collaborating with F.N.W.R. That means he's kind of low key aware of what's going on with XRPL. Because F.N.W.R.'s building a bridge to the XRPL. So you got like a bridge with WorldCoin, you got a bridge with EVM, you got a bridge with XRPL attached to on-demand privacy. I mean, let's go, dude. This is big. This is big stuff. It's all coming together. It's a beautiful thing. WorldCoin came out the day after XRP got clarity. So, and X.com. So this is all like a perfect storm happening right in front of our eyes, man.
Yeah,
I wish I could.
I'm not a fan of WorldCoin, but go ahead, Shanti.
No, I was just gonna say I was hoping that the pump would slow down a little bit until I could get it on Uphold. Because the other ways to get it, I don't have. It's not that I don't have access; I just haven't put the work in.
The thing, though, people weren't a fan of WorldCoin because they were afraid with their privacy and their data, right? That's what F.N.W.R is all about, is privacy. And like, it's apparently like the top-notch privacy crypto in terms of its like CMIX algorithm that it has for, you know, preserving your data. So this is big for the WorldCoin because people are so afraid about their privacy with scanning their irises and all that stuff. But if you're bringing this, you know, privacy algorithm of XX Network, and it looks like, you know, he's like the godfather of crypto, right? And then what he's doing with his tech is pretty innovative. So I think this is good news for WorldCoin, good news for XRP, and good news for XX.
Well,
I was talking about SHX.
I'll just add this. They can scan my brown eye.
Let's go.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Alex Yeet. He says I just got like 70% of my Celsius account settlement after their Chapter 11. That's fucking epic. I received it on Ethereum and BTC. I am kind of happy. Right on, Alex Yeet. Good to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, good job. Oh, by the way, I want to shout out to Chavo Mofo and Win Mullet. OGs in the space. Thanks for shouting me out in the chat.
Jazzy, what were you saying about SHX?
No, I was hoping that SHX wouldn't keep pumped so hard because you know the rumor that it's supposed to be on Uphold in February 14th. I wanted to be able to buy it on Uphold.
Oh yeah, it's getting that pre-Uphold pump. It seems like for sure.
Are they bringing it to Uphold?
I mean, there's a lot of rumors going on, and Uphold has been responding to the SHX community really well, but they haven't really like said anything really.
Well, dude, you know when they say something, it's on because I mean they already predicted. How many times did they ask? What are you going to do when XRP hits $1,000? Right, so they know. They know.
I mean, they know of Stronghold like for a long time, dude. They purposely have kept it off the exchange. We've talked about connections between Uphold and Stronghold, like dating back to the years of Coil and stuff when Coil was a thing. So, yeah, there's something on like they were purposely keeping SHX on the hush hush for sure.
Hey, so Apex is saying WorldCoin ranks 33rd. Kind of funny how it would rank 33. Even though 33 had original good roots, but it was obviously co-opted by secret societies. But it says currently on the blockchain.
The white hats are back.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking, so WorldCoin is ahead of Ripple on the blockchain builder list because I thought Ripple fell to like 40th something. Am I correct?
There you go. Number 33.
I mean, that's kind of crazy. So I didn't think anything of it. I haven't heard about it in a while. I thought the WorldCoin thing was just a passing trend, you know?
Hey, man, if Sam Altman is in it, dude, the crazy thing with XX and Sam Altman here with the WorldCoin is that you're finally seeing an example of like Web 2 pioneers jumping into this space in a big way. And like, I mean, Sam Altman can be considered a Web 3 pioneer because of what he's doing with AI and things like that. So that already makes him one of the biggest like CEOs that's involved in the crypto space, like above a lot of the other CEOs that are in the crypto space right now. You know, like, sorry, Vitalik, like Sam Altman's in the game now, dude.
Yeah, Vitalik is a freaking clown, man. He's a clown.
Yeah, sorry, Anatoly. Sam Altman's in the game now. David Chom, godfather of eCash and crypto, is in the game now. Here we go.
Yeah, so it seems like some folks have experience with the Lobster wallet. Do you use a Lobster wallet, G?
Yeah, I do. For XLM stuff.
So then you probably know about the scams that were happening on there and how they.
Yeah, I was scammed on one of them.
Yeah, so like the scam I'm talking about would be, it was the people that were involved. They were kind of promoting, not kind of, they were promoting the quantum financial system, right? Which I was talking about years ago, but I wasn't trying to like scam people and lead them on to, you know,
right,
whatever, right? I wasn't leading anyone to anything. I was just bringing information. Supposedly what they did is they were pushing all of these supposedly there were all these stocks that were coming onto Lobster, and they were dirt cheap, and you could buy millions of shares and all this, and it was like huge companies on the stock market, and supposedly that was a rug. And supposedly what they were doing is one of the people would, in the background, they were pumping it and making it look like, things were moving and pumping. And then when people were getting in, they were cashing out on this one wallet that they had.
Those SOBs, man.
Yeah, and they were tracked down by people in our space, right? Mel Carmine was one of them that was kind of, showing them to the world, but then he realized what was going on. He's like, whoa, and Mel Carmine started calling them out, and then they even had the wallet they were using. So they were rugging people basically on the side kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's just, there's a lot of that out there, guys. Don't fall for the hopium as far as like, this token's going to go to the moon, and next week, and you got to get in now. And
yeah. I'll never chase the pump for sure.
Rain, was this QSI?
Yeah.
What? So QSI was pumping and dumping. They're pushing scams.
Yeah, if those are the ones that were doing the quantum financial system stuff,
Yeah.
they had a girl that was their main talker, and she was good.
That Asian chick.
Yeah, she was an Asian chick.
Yeah, QSI. Yep.
So this is just stuff I stumbled onto, right, guys? So they got called out on it, and I was kind of leery because they would even bring it up. They would go, watch out, there's scams out there, and you got to watch out, and blah 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 blah. But they were making the connections that all these companies were being taken over by the white hats, right? So it was a good story, and it sounded great. If it was real, it'd be great. And so what they were doing is, they were taking over these companies, even though they're on the stock market. They were taking them over. They were putting them on the Lobster wallet. It was the quantum financial system, and then you were able to buy these at pennies on the dollar because they were liquidating them. So there's a lot of crazy stuff connected with the whole Jasara and Nasara stuff. There's always scammers out there. I see the Jasara stuff already happening. It doesn't have to be done by a certain group. There's no damn 800 number to call. I remember that was one thing where they'd be like, oh, there's an 800 number to call. If you don't call that number, you're not going to be on the list, and you're not going to get your quantum funds. All this crap, right? So I don't believe in any of that stuff. If anything is going to happen, it's going to be UBI. And that's going to be a way of basically reimbursing people for funds that were stolen over centuries from their families. And that's what I believe. And does it come in UBI? I don't know. Does it come in grants?
Dude,
does it come
I don't
know.
It's going to come through this whole new digital financial revolution we're going through, man. The amount of opportunities and like economic boom that is going to happen, man. People are just going to be making and sending money. Like, we're going to go through another boom, man. I'm excited for it. I think a lot of people, we're all getting rocked by the economy right now, and, have been for some time, to tell you the truth. And, it's time for it to all turn around and start showing like the amazing opportunities that AI and digitization is going to offer, and faster payments, cheaper payments. We're going to go through a massive boom, man. Like, just a wave of entrepreneurial spirit is going to be coming. It's a beautiful thing.
I agree with you, G. And it's basically what, I think you just said it. So if the future comes that I have been seeing, right, and I've been envisioning and trying to manifest, you're going to have, a lot of people keep, they're scared of CBDCs, they're scared of all this control, they're scared of the prying eyes, they're scared of a lot of things, right? But what I see more choices in the future rather than less choices. And if you choose to be in a certain system, that's going to be your choice. Now, are there going to be certain programs by the government that maybe they're running a CBDC? I don't know. Will it be a stable coin? I don't know. But there's always going to be programs, guys. There's always going to be a safety net in some ways, right? And I heard that Social Security is even going to be, it's going to rebound, right? There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be fixed. I think one thing that I'm going to tell you that's going to happen, this is part of the Jasara. One of the things was that if you were going to be in the new system, this is regardless of what you think about the new system, regardless of whether you think BRICS is starting the new system, and you know, oh my God, look who's involved with BRICS. You know, they're not all those countries. Not all of them are that good, right? Or they're blah blah blah, right? It doesn't matter. Like basically, these systems are being built. Basically, it's happening as we speak, right? So one of the things is it's going to be you have to have peace, right? You have to have peace. You can't have a war going on with your country. You can't be in war. You can't have corruption, right? And
Right.
there has to be disclosures that have to be done. So in order for us to get back to good, what's going to happen is someone's coming back in office. That's just I'm not going to say it's a fact, but whatever, because you're always going to trigger someone. But someone's coming back. They're going to change the game. They've already been changing the game. And basically, they're going to bring our troops home, guys. We're not going to be at war anymore. We're not going to be freaking doing coups in other countries. We're bringing everyone home. Guess what? We're going to secure our border. We're going to protect our country. And we're going to save a shit ton of money while we do it. Not only that, we're going to revamp every system that there is. And I guarantee you, shitloads of jobs are going to be gone in the federal government. Believe me, there's going to be a lot of folks out of work. Okay, so there's going to have to be some kind of plan for people to be able to make a living and survive, right? So, where did I go wrong with any of that, guys? You let me know.
Well, basically,
No,
right?
and that's where play to earn comes in. That's where like all these like new ways to make money are going to be coming in. DeFi, all that stuff is we're the tests for that, but it's going to be at a larger scale for sure.
Go ahead. Who's next?
Big Nerdy was trying to say something.
Yeah, basically like how it's basically a movie, right? So you have good guy, bad guy, good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that's going on with Biden right now, and how they're shining the negative light on him. It's time. It's the only reason why they're doing that, because it's time. The only reason why they would have a interview with Putin, which was actually supposed to be an interview with Snowden, was we're at the end. And if you remember Trump saying that within the next 5 months we're going to take back our country, that's the end of February. So
Let's go.
Yeah, there's some crazy things lining up, guys. Go ahead.
Dude, this is global catalyst season. Let's go.
I also think the confirmation is because of Stronghold pumping, it's kind of a lightweight confirmation, because we know that Stronghold's going to be in charge of ACH. So to see that going would make sense, because that would be the first thing that you want to get right.
Oh, you're blowing my mind now, bro, because I did see something about someone was connected with ACH and they're coming to America to do business now. And they're a partner of Ripple, right?
Yes.
The timing, dude. Wow. So, man, you're making me want to FOMO into Stronghold, man. What the hell, dude?
Yeah, there's a there was this company. What was it called? Hold on. It was called F something, but they're partnering. They made a deal with their Ripple partner. They made a deal with Swift and all these other people with the treasury and stuff, and they were going to have APIs and stuff. FIS. It's called FIS.
Yes.
FIS Global.
ACH, right? ACH.
No, FIS Global is basically to bring in like
FIS Worldwire. Go ahead.
FIS is basically to have like treasury as a service, so it's pretty cool. And they also have their own real-time payment, which is FIS real-time payment. That's the one that's partnered with Ripple. There was a whole initiative, IXB initiative that was happening, and that was through mini banks. So basically. And also I was listening to an interview with Visa, and Visa was saying that this pilot has been going on for 12 years or something like that. It's been going on for a long time, and it's not going to end until everything has to transition by 25, but it won't be completely done by 27 or 28.
Because they need that cyber attack that's going to happen in 2027 to flip the switch over officially, right? According to NTT data.
Yeah, there's a lot of sentiment around 27 and being like a flipping moment. Correct.
And it makes sense because, like, you know, DJT will be in office, right? And it's going to be like a good 2 years. And then in 2027, the Dems are going to try to do their thing of like trying to F up the thing, and they'll, you know, compromise digital security or something like that, causing a cyber attack, blame it on DJT. And then, you know, we'll see what ends up happening in the 2028 election year.
Hey guys,
He'll flip the switch. He'll have the remedy though with blockchain to flip the switch.
well, yeah, they already have everything in place. They got everything in place.
Yeah.
So I showed something similar to this last week. This is the one for this week. Like they brought it back, but it's a little different. What I noticed is it says on the old money. This is so epic, guys. 1913 to 2024 for the old money.
Yeah, let's go.
And the new money, it says new money, asset-based wealth creation, limited supply, store of increased value, transparent, verifiable, real assets, and it has no debt attached to it, no interest, right? It's got the silver coin over here, JFK. And then over here you have, you know, the national debt of 34 trillion, which our liabilities are more than that, but the debt on the interest stuff, right? Like interest 746 million, or is that billion? Yeah, it's billion. What the hell? Okay, so anyways, it says old money, perpetual debt, interest creation, unlimited, unaudited, wealth extraction scheme, secret leverage, counterfeit derivatives.
Yeah, screw those guys, man.
Yeah, I agree. Like I saw this though, right? Like they added that when they had the 2024 on there. I was like, yeah, you know, because a lot of us are already seeing this, and we kind of see, and we've tuned into the fact that we don't think that this can keep going very much longer, right? It's becoming very fragile. The system is that is.
It's broken for sure. So we already have the infrastructure in place, the replacement pipes ready to fix the plumbing, and we just need the catalyst now, and then flip it. Let's go.
Yeah, I agree. So what are your guys' feelings on the AMM being backtracked? I think it's a good thing, if you ask me, because you found some bugs. So I think it needs to be running as perfect as possible before they enact it. What do you guys think?
I just want to say something really quick. I just want to read you something really quick. And it kind of goes along with the AMM. This is a document from the clearinghouse directly. I'm just going to scroll down to the important part. It says EBA clearing, SWIFT, and TCH, which is the clearinghouse, are planning to engage in the next steps towards developing IXB by providing a model that can be replicated across other currency corridors and payment systems. The IXB initiative is expected to open up even greater opportunities for financial institutions and their customers around the globe. And it has a list of banks, has BOA, BBVA, Citi, Credit Agricole, Dutch Bank, HSBC, ING, JP Morgan, PNC. That's the big players. So they've been working on this for a very long time. And to go with the AMM.
You're saying they're involved with the AMM?
No, to go into what I'm saying is that a lot of these companies have partnerships with Ripple, and the AMM is very important because in order to have cross-border payments, you need to have that settled. You need to have that option ready. Just like how they passed the clawbacks.
Right, exactly. Like there's certain things that
need to be in place.
It's like the network was built for what they've already accomplished, and now they're expanding it. It's basically no different than any other software program out there that, you know, makes itself better, right?
Yeah.
Dude, and what?
This is the last thing I'll read, and you guys can go ahead. I got you. I got you, Apex. I'll throw that in there for you real quick. Bam. There you go.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, this is the last one. Quant's Overledger does the best by a long shot. You can create Quant's API gateway technology, Overledger, and SATP is incredible. Certainly the enterprise and the banking leader in the secure multi-network asset transfer as it connects legacy networks with private and public blockchains. Constellation's hypergraph technology, metagraphs and ACI v2 and HGTP, which is hypergraph transfer protocol, is also incredible. It's the DLT for big data processing, capable of validating any types of data in real time at the source, bringing real world data on chain without the need for a third party oracle. Quant and Constellation have a strategic partnership in place. I'm realizing something major. Syntrophy should take the ultimate collaboration approach to the data layer. Cosmos is one hell of a place to start to get data flowing through DApps that leverage the data layer, but it's not the end to be all decision. There will always be an expansion opportunity. New protocols like SAP, SATP, and HGTP and CCIP to plug into that will expand the pool of data for builders to utilize. Correct me if I'm wrong, but because DARP is simply a routing protocol that improved the version of TCP/IP, other protocols in the interstack can sit on top, meaning that SATP, HGTP, and CCIP, to name a few, can eventually leverage the benefits of DARP so that all the data can move across these protocols. Messaging, assets, etc. can be aggregated by the data layer and delivered anywhere on the internet with minimal latency via DARP. Isn't that crazy?
Game over.
Yeah, so
Changing the game.
That's literally that's all your legacy data that is combining with the new stuff. And then you have the Ripple, you have all the Ripple stuff going on with Ripple, and then you have your AMM, you have your clawbacks, you have everything coming into play, basically getting ready. They're all getting ready.
Bridges,
and they're all the ones that are lagging right now in terms of the pump. Isn't that funny?
And at the same time, you have Stellar's Sorbonne that's coming out. And Sorbonne is huge. It's a really, really big deal. And then you just had SSX just hold their first initial vote, and they're waiting for Sorbonne to hold the next vote. So everything is literally coming together, and it's beautiful. That's all.
Hey, hold that thought real quick. We got someone. We're gonna bring him up. And DJ, you're next. He's a computer whiz. He has computers in the cloud that is connected to his brain. He's doing great reports for the community. His name is Apex Crypto.
Oh my God. I'm such a big fan of yours, dude.
Computers in my brain. Brain will die.
Apex doesn't care about your feelings. He has become one with the data.
I am the Matrix.
Look, I know when Apex looks at what's going on with Apex. I know when Apex is looking at the computer screen, it's just a bunch of characters flowing down from the top of the screen to the bottom in rows.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, right. ChatGPT is my friend all the time in computer land. Like, you guys have no idea.
I don't think you guys know, but Apex is the real Satoshi.
Exactly.
No.
Undercover Satoshi.
No, he's not Satoshi. He was Satoshi's apprentice that did all the work, and Satoshi gets the credit.
Apex was the one who taught Satoshi. You ever see
exactly?
You see that Disney show where with the Kang? You watch that Kang show? How the Time Bureau and how you guys watch that show, the Time Bureau?
But I know the concept.
No.
Okay, well, I don't want to kill it. But basically, they had to go back in time to save the future. But the person in the future is the one who corrected the past in order for them to save the future. That's basically Apex.
So hey, listen, back to what Nerdy was saying earlier. Everything that you just read before Apex came on, I'm like, that's what I've been screaming for like years. especially when you
Right.
mention TCP/IP.
Yeah, you're talking about basically bridging the old with the new, and it's happening. It's happening on multiple levels.
Yes.
Go ahead, Apex. What you got?
Hey, man. Well, you guys, if I could add my 2 cents on the AMM conversation.
Please.
Hey, first of all, I mean, it's not unheard of for things like this to happen. I mean, in software development, even if the bug is, I think David Schwartz said, hey, the risk is very minor for this very niche situation where, this bug could be exploited. But I mean, the standard protocols, if you have a release date for software and you've got a known vulnerability, even if it's technically not a bug. A bug in software is when there's a vulnerability, but you don't necessarily understand it yet. So this isn't really a bug. It is a flaw in the code that they know how to address, and they're going to address it. And just standard protocol would be to just push it back, right? Fix it. It's a problem. And just push it back a little bit. And again, everything I've read, I haven't really deep dove into the issue other than seeing the chatter of what the developers and the validators are saying. And they're saying, hey, let's just fix it, and it'll just push it back maybe a little bit here. But in regards to the AMM, one thing I was thinking about is actually, if you let me, I'm going to share. Rain, if you'll let me, I'll share screen here to just kind of talk through.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
what I'm thinking here.
Dude, I just wanted to say real quick. I just wanted to say Apex literally did something that David Schwartz wishes there was. Right? Remember, he had how this project, Broadchain Builders report, even started. He asked David Schwartz, hey, is there a way to figure out, the amount of active developers on the XRPL? And David Schwartz said, man, I don't know. I wish there was a way to find that out. There you go. Apex comes, and he's doing it for all the blockchains, not only the XRPL, man. This guy's a workhorse, dude. He's a beast.
Well, I appreciate you, Apex. I appreciate you coming on all the streams and sharing with us, and know that you are appreciated. Okay. All right.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the love, and you guys are a huge encouragement to keep doing what I'm doing and sharing what I find. Anyway, so AMMs, right? I am super excited about this. And here's why. I'll kind of make my bull case for the AMMs, and you guys can take it or leave it. But this is XRPL.to. This is kind of like, I've shared this link before. If you've never used it, it's kind of like the coin market cap, but for the XRPL ecosystem. So the coins listed on here are just assets that are listed on the XRP ledger. Okay. And you can see right now today, volume, I've kind of highlighted that. Volume on the XRPL DEX, right, is just over 500K, and that is US dollars, right? So that is XRP converted into USD, okay? Now, here's the thing that's really interesting. I'm going to jump over here now to the next screen. Share a different tab, okay? Uniswap, okay? Uniswap is a decentralized exchange that is built on Ethereum, okay? Ethereum currently has the largest ecosystem that has the most assets issued on it, and is doing the most volume. Sorry, it may not have the most assets issued on it, but it's currently doing the most volume. Uniswap did an airdrop, I think it was in right there, September 2020, okay? To effectively bootstrap their network. They airdropped a bunch of tokens to people, okay? And what they did then is, if you look at Uniswap now here on CoinMarketCap, okay, so over here in the beginning, I'll try to go 9/17/2020, okay, basically when the coin was dropped and started trading, okay, you can see right down here how the volume increased with the price, right? And again, this was going into the last bull run here, okay? But what that resulted into and this is now the screen of Uniswap. You can see in the last 24 hours they did just under $1 billion of total volume just on their DEX. And over here, if you go to info.uniswap.org, you can kind of see their volume. This is the monthly, right? Monthly volume here. But what is this? May 1st to June 4th of 2021. So this is roughly 7 months after Uniswap went live with their airdrop. Okay, they went from 0 to 22 billion in volume. Okay, and so just again, I remind you, where is the XRPL volume at right now? 500,000. Okay.
Wow.
Do the math. In 6 months, Uniswap bootstrapped their market, their DEX, and was doing 40x from their launch. And so again, this is highly speculative, and I'll play the speculation game right now. But if we did a 40x on the XRPL DEX, 6 months from whenever the AMM goes live. Now the curious thing, this is where I'm going to speculate a little bit further. Okay.
Look at Apex. I love it.
We know Ripple has the war chest of the XRP escrow that unlocks 1 billion coins every month. I think, viewing as what Uniswap did, it would behoove Ripple to look for a way to incentivize issuers to issue their assets on the XRPL when the AMM goes live. Because you can look here on Uniswap, here are their top tokens, but you can see all these assets that are issued on Uniswap, okay? And all these pools, right? These are liquidity pools which will operate very similarly to what the AMM will be. I think what Ripple needs to be thinking about, if they're not already, is how can they utilize the escrow to incentivize issuers to issue their coins on the XRP ledger, because that is exactly what Uniswap did. And they did it to great effect. And again, there's way more smarter people at Ripple than myself. I would not be surprised if when the AMMs go live, you start seeing Ripple utilizing the escrow, not necessarily as an airdrop, but using it to their advantage to say, hey,
as a bonus?
Hey, Chainlink, you should wrap Chainlink and issue it on the XRPL. Hey, well, sorry, I don't even know if there's Ethereum on here. Let's go over here, back to the XRPL. You can see there's a lot of assets on here, but there's not a lot of cross-chain.
Future's bright.
So that's what I'm looking at. Will Ripple?
People are going to want the reliability of the XRPL. They're going to want the reliability. It's going to be beautiful.
Because here's the thing. Is this could be a huge miss opportunity too. I would like to see Ripple, once the AMM goes live, to really go after potential issuers to increase the number of tokens on the XRPL, because it's one thing to have this great DEX, but you need issuers, you need assets, you need tons of assets and a lot of volume. Exactly. So
you need real assets, not puppy coin assets. You need real assets.
Yes, 100%, not meme coins. And so I will speculate once the AM goes live, that's what Ripple's going to focus on. They're going to focus on how can we, quote, not airdrop in the true sense of an airdrop, but how can we incentivize other projects to issue their coins on the XRPL and say, hey, we'll give you 30 million XRP for you to issue your token and use our DEX, right? Because I think that is what we're gonna need to see to take the XRPL from doing 500,000 in volume to 40 billion in volume. And I think what Uniswap did, Uniswap was doing just under 1 billion in the last 24 hours. Man, the XRP ledger, or no, wait. Oh, sorry, that was right there. 940 million, just under 1 billion. The XRP ledger can easily do that. Easily.
Oh man, I'm excited.
Hey,
Yeah.
Apex, you got folks fired up, bro. Because it's kind of become a saying when Apex is, or if Apex is bullish. I remember when I first met you on the boardroom, and it was like, if Apex is bullish, holy shit, watch out, right? Like, because you bring it, I think you probably bring it more authentic as far as, when you go into kind of a lot of the technical stuff, you really get in deep on stuff, right? I go off of my usually is feeling and vibe, right? So we appreciate.
But I appreciate that, Rain, because I'm more of a data-driven stoic guy, and so you guys hype me up because I need to be hyped up too. Because for me, the glass is always half empty for me. So like I'm kind of like the yin to your yang, if that makes sense. Like I don't try to be negative for the sake of being negative. I just try to be cautiously optimistic, partially because I've been burned before. I've seen people get burned before.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like good information is so hard to find. It is so hard to find. So I just try to keep it real. And you're right. I'm typically bullish when a lot of people are bearish. And I'm typically bearish when a lot of people are bullish. Like I was one of the very few, at least in my on crypto Twitter, on you can check my tweets. January 2022, Bitcoin had just rescinded off of its all-time high the previous November, and I said, "Hey, like people were talking correction. People were thinking like, yeah, this is a correction, and we're going to 100K. Nodes were all the rage." And I said, I don't know, man. I think the bull run could be over. Like you should position accordingly. And then like 6 months later, Terra Luna collapsed, and it was really probably 9 months, a year later that people said, okay, now we're in a bear market. Well, at that point, most projects had lost 80% of their value.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
What good does it to recognize the bear market 10 months after it happened, and you're already 80% down, and most of your coins are so illiquid you can't even sell them anyway. So I don't try to be bearish or bullish. I just try to call it as it is and share what I'm seeing. And people, again, we all make our own decisions, but I'm just trying to, I don't know, be as honest as I can. And if I see something and I have reason not to be bullish, like I'll say it. Like, and I think I said it a couple weeks ago. You said I'm still leaning towards, I don't think Bitcoin exceeds its all-time high this run.
Right. Yeah.
And I was saying probably in October, you can check my tweets from October when I said, hey, I think the bull run is coming back Q1, Q2 of 2024. And I laid out my whole thesis on X. You can go check out my thread, like October 8th. I said, here's my case. But then like 3 weeks ago, I was starting to see like, and again, I'm still there. Like, I think alts will do well. But I'm leaning towards now, I don't think Bitcoin exceeds all-time high this run. And so again, I'm trying to call it as I see it. And the markets are dynamic, so I don't have a crystal ball like anyone else. I'm just trying to be honest. And I'll call it as I see it. And the thing with the AMMs here is, again, if Ripple plays this right, man, this is going to be a moonshot for the XRPL. A moonshot.
Can I add something?
XRP and XLM are going to be top tier smart contract protocols in a handful of years. In the next 5 years, we're about to see these two platforms ascend in the top ranks. I'm really excited, man.
So Apex, you're talking about when the AMMs are used, they're going to be used on the XRPL DEX, right? Is that what you're saying?
Ask that question again. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
The AMM, they're going to be hosted on the DEX that's built into the ledger?
The AMM operates natively on the DEX.
Yep.
Okay, so check this out. Can you show us the DEX right now? I've never even seen it. I've always heard it. It's a mystery to me. Hey, can you pull it up? I wouldn't even know how
I can pull up. Sorry, it's very boring. I can probably find a GUI that like animates it. Let me see.
I'd just like to see it because I've never seen this thing. It's elusive to me, right? So, like, I don't like to talk about shit unless it's spiritual that I've never seen. If it's spiritual, that's spiritual, man. All right, like, come on.
Right.
Spiritual, but dude, we're talking about. You need to show people shit a lot of times, right? So, I've never seen it, man. So I'm envisioning what you were saying. It's blowing my mind because I'm thinking, wow, they were already fostering and helping other projects. They've already been doing that. So why wouldn't they do that for this? What you're talking about? Okay, here we go.
Exactly.
All right, so
Here you go.
all right. Well, so this
Oh,
is
hell
not
yeah.
this is not the DEX, but this is a live GUI
All right.
view of the ledgers on the XRP ledger as they're closing in real time. And so you can see every one of these bars is a ledger. And then they've got to like one will tell you like in each ledger you have payments, you have there you go, the DEX AMM that's the blue right there. So again,
Just
XRP
chugging
ledger
along.
has super fast ledger speed, closes in 2 to 5 seconds. So that's why you keep seeing every one of these is a ledger.
Game changer.
And it tells you
Oh yeah.
within the ledger are all these transactions, and some of them are payments, some of them are the DEX, right? Some of them are NFTs, accounts. I don't know what pseudo transactions are.
The triangles are payments.
No, I know that.
And the circles are the signages. I know you know. I'm telling you the people.
It's just cranking away. Look at that nonstop, dude. For how many years now? 12 years now? Nonstop like that. Look at that.
It reminds me of the Matrix. Some people are just Sean T was just talking about the Matrix earlier, and the lines, the code in green. It's kind of reminding me of that. It's the XRPL Matrix.
Yeah, I just wanted to add too. When Apex was talking about the EVM, was Crypto Airy was talking about that too. She interviewed the Perset built chain. And she said, she was talking on her show, she said that the XRPL EVM sidechain validators, they get paid in XRP. So their incentive is XRP, which is pretty dope.
Right. That the unique thing about the XRPL is there is no financial incentive for the nodes to validate transactions. It's not proof of stake. It's not proof of work.
And that's why it'll win.
And so in David Schwartz's quote, I think it's a David Schwartz quote.
Best incentive is no incentive.
No incentive. Yes, exactly. And so you can't. The idea is if you have people who have a vested interest in the network because they utilize it, they will always act in the best interest of the network because the network is their self-interest. And so how you fight against greed and collusion is you don't have incentives, and that's the draw. That is a legitimate concern of other networks like proof of stake network. If you have a disproportional number of tokens and your stake on the consensus mechanism is larger than most, you could influence the outcome of how transactions are validated. And so that's the problem with proof of stake. Proof of work is it's hash power. Right? If you can control 51%, or not even 51%, but a good chunk of the hash power, you are the network oddly is less decentralized, which is the reason why these protocols exist in the first place. So there's always pros and cons to every consensus mechanism, right? There is no perfect model for decentralization. It's just where you're shifting the centralization, right? Some people would say the XRP ledger isn't very robust because there's only 30 UNL nodes that validate transactions, where Solana has thousands, right? And so they say, oh, it's only 30, it's central. But you look at the people on it, like Ripple used to control like 60% of those nodes, and now I think they only control 1 or something like that. So
game over.
It's all on. There's pros and cons to both, and it's what level of decentralization is the best model, and that experiment is playing out in front of us right now with 2.5 million projects.
I fucking love it.
2.5.
I love it. You're bringing the fire right now. I love it.
I'm going to try to find, I don't know if I have it, but I'm going to go try to find, there's a prototype out there, I think Paxos has it, of a GUI of what using the automated market maker would look from a user experience. It doesn't function right now, but Rain, to get back to your question, that doesn't show you what the AMM would look like from a user experience, but I think there are prototypes that aren't working that I can try to find.
Right on, man. Right on. I love it. I know
Too
that
good.
there was also a guy that Crypto Eddie, she interviewed him, and I meant to pull that one up. And it was basically she was talking to a guy that was working on an AMM. He was working on his own deal, and you could go on there and practice. And they used phony tokens, right? So that you could practice with the AMM and you could figure out how it works, so that when it launches, you would know how to use it without, at first you could use, the fake money. Did you guys hear it? Did you guys see that one? Did you guys see that interview?
Right.
I think his name was Paxo or something, or I forget the guy's name. He's on Twitter. He's pretty big.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Same
thing. Okay. All right. Same thing. All right. Cool.
Can you share my screen real quick? All right. So I made this video like years ago, 2 years ago. Well, this is how it works. This is XRP ledger.
The goal of consensus is for each server to apply the same set of transactions to the current ledger. Servers continually receive transactions from other servers on the network. These transactions form a candidate set, a pool of transactions waiting to be added to the ledger. At the same time, the server receives proposals from other servers on the network. A proposal is a set of transactions to consider applying to the ledger. The server routes incoming proposals based on something called the Unique Node List, or UNL. Each server has a UNL, a list of external servers, list, or proposals from servers not on the UNL are ignored. The server only pays attention to incoming proposals from the servers that are on its UNL. The transactions in the incoming proposals are compared against its candidate set. When a transaction in an incoming proposal matches a transaction in the candidate set, that transaction receives 1 vote. The server continues to check the incoming proposals against the candidate set until the timer expires. At this point, the server takes transactions that have received at least a 50% approval rating and packages them into a new proposal. This proposal goes out to other servers across the network. The process now repeats, but with an important change. The approval rating requirement increases to 60%. Once again, the server receives incoming proposals, looks only at ones from servers on its UNL, and compares these proposals against the candidate set. Now transactions with a 60% approval rating are packaged into a new proposal and sent out across the network. When the timer expires, the approval rating rises to 70%. With each iteration, the proposals will have a greater similarity to each other, and the votes will increasingly agree. The inevitable outcome of this process is that disputed transactions are discarded from proposals while widely accepted transactions are included. The dissimilarity between the proposals quickly moves toward 0. At this point, the network has reached consensus. A server knows that network has consensus when 80% of the votes for every transaction in a proposal are either yes or no. This is the threshold for mathematical certainty. When a proposal hits the 80% threshold, the server validates the proposal, alerts the network, and closes its consensus process. This validated proposal is now applied to the last closed ledger. At this point, any invalid transactions are discarded and a new last closed ledger is created. Transactions that were not included in the ledger remain in the candidate set. All transactions that were received during the consensus process are added to the candidate set. And now the process starts again.
Isn't that dope? One last thing. So I was going down a rabbit hole and I found this. So this is from Citibank. And on Citibank's, they said that TPM incorporates the inflow transaction feature, which is its tool that will help non-ISO ready members to receive MT embedded MX messages during the coexistence period between November 2022 and November 2025 coexistence period. After that, no more. This TPM technology, which is targeted for early 2023, which we're in, will be focused on implementing transactional transaction data integrity with transaction copy visible rules. Subsequent release will help drive future development supporting new settlement methods, data-driven enhanced automation, and ecosystem interoperability. This is presently being defined as part of SWIFT payment blueprint, expected to be published in Q2 2022, which already passed, which will set out the vision to end the state, and this is how it works. So this is the beginning. Isn't that amazing?
Right on, nerds. Whoa, we lost more people?
I think G jumped out. But hey. Oh, you jamming over there, Rain?
Yeah. I don't know.
Nice. What are you rocking? What are you rocking? A Fender?
It's a you talking about guitar or amp?
Yeah.
It's a Flying V Gibson.
Gibson, nice.
And then it's a fucking little amp called a Positive Grid that acts like a half stack.
Okay.
It's fucking pretty. I've never heard of the Positive Grid. But I'm a little rusty, but I was just screwing around.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, so we lost a bunch of people.
But yeah, I was saying something. So
yeah, we just lost. I think G jumped out, but sorry. Go ahead, Nerdy.
We lost some folks. I scared them away with my guitar. Sorry.
Rain, can you share my page one more time?
Yeah, hold on. I was gonna do some keyboard or some synth because someone was calling for some synth earlier, but I went for the guitar. My hands are cold though, man. I'm not warmed up at all. Or what do we got? We got two here though. Nerdy, and then we got Apex. Oh, okay, there we go. All
right, this is the big one. Financial market infrastructure, FMI.
Yeah.
Interlinkage initiatives. So this is the big part. This is basically what we're all waiting for. Interconnectedness is an important part of global financial landscape, which can be achieved through both direct and indirect linkage among FMIs. FMI interlinkage are bilateral and multilateral arrangements across two or more FMIs in different jurisdictions aimed at facilitating cross-border payments. These interlinkages have the potential of increasing financial connectivity for emerging markets countries, as well as enhancing services for payments, clearing, and settlement. What does that sound like? Although, yeah, basically that's it. Isn't that a beautiful?
Sounds like a CBDC tech sprint winner XPX.
It sounds like Interledger, and it sounds like RippleNet. It sounds like
sounds like Interledger for sure.
It sounds like Vitalik. Sure. It sounds like Medico. It sounds like RippleNet. It sounds like ISO TCP.
They're saying the quiet part out loud without saying the loud thing out loud.
It sounds like 2701. It sounds like 22. Sounds like all of those. That's what
sounds like liquidity nipples.
So they'll say it indirectly, but we all know what protocols they're using, what technologies they're using. So
Apex, were you here when the fucking glitch was happening? They call it the glitch, but it went on for almost 4 hours.
Yeah, nerdy sharing it. Yeah, I was on for like an hour, and then I went to bed and saw you guys were still going for like 4 hours.
Yeah, so you got to experience that, because I'm gonna tell you what, that night was about as electric as being around all the fucking people that come on this show and that are on the other shows. When we did the meetup, the fucking energy was that high. Like, that was the crazy night, guys. I don't know what.
Wait. Was it more energy than Ellie showing up without his shirt on?
Right.
Just curious. Good one. Oh wait, he always does that. Never mind. I apologize.
No, but the fact that you got to experience that with us, that's wild, because I think that's going to go down in history, man. I really believe that.
Oh, nice.
And I think we're seeing that what's happening, it's being built right now before our eyes, right? It's going to happen out of nowhere. I think Apex is on something, because I think this next bull run, when it really takes off, when you get a lot of the roadblocks that are in the way, that have been in the way since the last bull run, when they started going, Gary was coming out and he was, I'm going after this, and this is a security, and that's a security. And he was like, oh, next I'm coming after NFTs. Like, he destroyed everything, right? Or at least tried to. When all those are out of the way, it's going to take off fast. So you said 6 months? Yeah, 6 months. 6 months is like years in crypto, right, Apex?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
That's what I think. Did you have something you wanted to share too?
Yeah, Rain. I found a prototype of the AMM.
Oh,
you wanted to see a prototype. And so this is, I dropped the link in the comments too, so people can pull it up if they want. And again, this is just one, this is Paxos's GUI, graphical user interface of the AMM. But you can see it has a very, I hate to say Uniswap feel, but it does. And any DEX, if you've used a DEX on Ethereum or Avalanche or any of them, just very similar. So you can see how, again, none of this is live, so you can kind of mess around, but you can deposit, this one would be a liquidity, an AMM for XRP and Tether. So you could put in, whatever, if you wanted to put in, I think you can also make it single-sided. So the thing I think it's unique about the AMM versus other liquidity pools and other DEXs, you have to put in equal parts of both assets. But I think the AMN, you can do single-sided. Now, I think the fees are drastically, the income from fees from the liquidity tokens that you get is a lot less. But and again, someone drop it in the chat. I'm not aware of you being able to do single-sided liquidity pools on other DEXs, but please someone drop it in the chat if you can. But then down here is where you can vote. Okay, so one of the things about the AMM is when you stake is your stake, you can vote for the fee on your pool. Now, again, you got to think about it. The AMM, I think you're competing with others too. So it will have some capitalistic, competition to it. But, this kind of gives you, again, a little bit of a sense of, again, one organization's attempt at how you or I may intersect with the AMM with our assets.
Yeah, I'm excited about this because
Nice.
I was early on Shiba Swap. Like, I was on there when it launched, guys. Like, it sounds crazy, but I was like fucking ballsy, right? Like, just believing in this thing, and it worked. It fucking worked. It was like we didn't know who was running it. We didn't know who was building it. We didn't know anything about the Shiba people, right? So it's similar to this here. It was a little different because of colors, but yeah, it's a trip. I see Shiba Swap in this. I don't know if you guys ever used Shiba Swap. It was pretty cool back in the day, like originally when it came out.
I haven't used Shiba Swap. I've used Uniswap. I've used 1inch, and I've used Trader Joe on Avalanche are the ones that I've used primarily.
Yeah, never use Trader Joe's. I shop at Trader Joe's sometimes, but
yeah, man, Trader Joe's got some good food. I ain't gonna lie, but
yes, they do. Yeah,
not on Avalanche. They don't have any food. Actually,
right,
that's not true. A lot of their tokens are food based, but we won't go there.
Sushi Swap, like the Uniswap. Yeah,
I suppose I've used Sushi Swap too, but anyway.
Yeah, I used Uniswap before, and I remember when I was doing meme coins, which was dumb. Never do shit like that again. That's why I'm not into not meme coins. They were anime tokens. It was even worse than meme coins.
Uni's pretty cool. I like Uni. Pretty
no,
cool.
guys, I'm excited because I don't think we're that far off. I think this year is a huge building year. Will this be the full launch? I don't think so. I think that's in 25. When someone comes back, we'll just say that. But that's what I think. The whole system as a whole of the world will actually be probably boiling, real hot and fucking steaming along by 2025. But this year is people have to switch over. Things are getting ready. Things are building. What's that?
Brain, Trump is coming back, bro. You see all the stuff they're pushing with Biden? He's incoherent.
No, I know,
all the
but
election stuff. Like it's
they're-
happening, bro. It's happening fast.
yeah,
too.
but they're gonna try to pull a fast one. Another thing, guys, I'm not putting out like,
Yeah.
negative stuff. I'm gonna put out something right now that's real, and I would ask everyone to, I don't care what you believe in, send some good vibes out to this. That what I speak of. F.N.W.R, who's very highly psychic, very, very, very prophetic in his dreams and stuff like that. He's had his third dream that DJTs, or I won't even say that. I'll just say that they're going to try to take him out in the air. Okay, I just said it. Okay, so there's already talk of it, right? That's going around. Oh, we need to get him. We need to get him. So things are getting desperate and they're getting ratcheted up. So if I could ask that everyone send good vibes out to, no matter what you think of DJT, if you send some good vibes out to protect him, because I'm telling you, they're going to try to take him out. So that's the next move. Also take out the bozo too. They want to take both of them out, guys, like, because both of them are in their way. So I'm just saying, I'm not going to get too deep on this shit because
Sure.
we could get taken down, but they're trying. So what's happening is not only is one guy battling two parties, basically. There's one guy battling two parties. His name starts with a D and it ends with a T. And he's battling two parties. But he's also you also have the team that's kind of the puppet masters of Bozo. They're battling Bozo because Bozo don't want to leave now. And Bozo wants to stay, right? And no, just give me my ice cream and let me stay. So I'm telling you guys, what I've heard is that we're going to get to the point where he doesn't want to leave, and you're going to have where people are going to have to take him out of there. Like, it's weird, but I'm not going to get into any more of that. I'm sorry. I went on a fucking ramble. Sorry.
That's all good. Hey, Rain, can you share my screen? I'll show you the decks. You wanted to see it? I'll show it.
Yeah, shit's about to get weird, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
So this is a toolkit. Anyone can go here, and all you're gonna do is connect. I'm gonna use Zum. Connect Zum. Bada bing. Boop. I'll put my sound on so you can hear it.
So what web page are you at? Toolkit?
Yeah.
MyToolkit.com?
Yeah. So this is the toolkit, and if you go right here to trade, this is the DEX. This is on the XRP ledger.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me
so you can, you can go right here and you can select your quote. So these are the ones coming from Bitstamp right now, but you can change your quote to whatever. So you have your galas, you have all your songs.
The DEX is basically, it's just a big order book of buyers and sellers. That's all it is.
On the Zum wallet.
Yeah. Yep. So and you can just do all that stuff. You can do your escrow,
cool.
You can do your escrow stuff. You can do your checks. You can do send, receive. You have all your account stuff, signers. You have all your stuff, all right here.
Damn.
Yeah, this toolkit is powerful, but not a lot of people use it. But it's powerful as hell.
Yeah. I've never used that.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
No, that's epic, man. No, I didn't mean to fucking like go to Downerland or anything.
No,
you're good.
No, you're good, dude. It's your channel. It's your channel.
No, hold on.
It's your channel, man.
But I'm being real. I'm being real as a heart attack, guys. This is gonna
100%.
happen, right? I've already seen this. I've already witnessed this being said on the bad side. It's being said a lot, right? It's being called for, and now I've been seeing it on the prophetic fucking dream side with someone who's very prophetic, who just literally crashed his own plane in Florida and almost died, and Spirit saved him, right? And then supposedly they were like, well, that could be a premonition of what you're seeing, right? And that's when he only saw one dream. And then he got two dreams of this, what I'm telling you guys about, in 1 month. So he's had that happen before. And he said the last time it happened, I could even show the video of him and describing it. It's fucking crazy. He said that he had a dream that some guy was gonna fucking break into their house, right? Like in home invasion, right? And so then he had that dream, and then that was like, say, a month or whatever. And then in the next month, he had two dreams of that. So, and then he was like, oh wow. So then when something weird happened, he was triggered enough to know, oh wait a minute, holy shit, right? He caught a guy that was actually stalking the neighborhood and actually came into his house acting as a plumber. So he said that was the last time he had dreams like that. So he had the one dream of the plane incident. And then within this last month of January, he said he had 2 dreams, just like the last time he had something that intersected with life coming from his dreams. So it's kind of, I'm just saying, guys. Anyways, shit's about to get heated. I'm not, they do want to get rid of old man.
Trump just said something really weird, bro.
Wait, only now?
Like he was like he said peace through Earth. Is he referring to Hollow Earth?
Middle Earth will be the peacemakers.
Bro, this is interesting.
So check it out. I've talked about this a lot. This gets real deep. I don't know how deep you get with shit Apex, but I've talked about the inner Earth and and Admiral.
Hold on, Rain. Welcome to the Twilight Zone of the show.
Oh, hold on.
You got to if you're going to talk to me about Middle Earth, you got to keep it like really surface level.
There is a 5th dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
The XRPL.
Welcome to the other side of the Matrix.
Okay, so now the new show starts. We've now started the Twilight Zone episode.
This is where it gets good.
So Nerdy, you brought up something. Okay, could you say that again, at least, please, for us?
Trump said peace through Earth. Through Earth. Now, I want to add to this that there's a movie that came out called The Journey to the Center of the World, to the Center of the Earth. And in that movie, they fell underground. And while they were falling through underground, there was crystals on the cave. And when they fell, they were standing on this volcanic rock that was very thin. And then they fell through the volcanic rock. And guess what they fell through? They fell through water. And when they fell through water, they looked up and you know what they saw? They saw stars. But those stars were actually crystals. Isn't that something?
That is interesting. Now, is that an old movie?
Yeah, it's like 2010. Well,
it's not that old, but yeah.
So there you go.
Well, they've been showing that kind of stuff forever, right? Like, and if you read the Ingersoll Lockwood books, or if you've seen them or heard of them, it has the last president as one of them, 1900 or the last president, and it has Trump in there, and it has his tower in New York, and there's mobs outside his fucking building, on Manhattan. There's mobs, and this was written supposedly in the 1800s, talking about the last president, Donald Trump, basically. And then Baron von Trump was the fucking little kid, and he was the other 2 books. And both of the books about Baron Trump, that's the name of fucking Trump's kid. This book, all right, like, both of the adventures are down into Middle Earth and discovering some wild stuff, right? And there's a little picture in the book. I have the books. I could show you guys on camera. And this picture, it'd be hard to tell probably on camera, but the picture in the book that's showing you Baron Trump in the book from 1800. It's when it was written, Ingersoll Lockwood. It looks like Baron Trump. It's fucking mind-blowing. So, anyways.
It doesn't look like Baron Trump. It is Baron. Let's be real.
No, you're right.
It is Baron.
They're time travelers.
His name
Apex.
is Baron in the book too.
We're time travelers, Apex.
Baron, bro.
We're trying to tell you. So this is Nikola Tesla kind of level shit. Like,
bro, do you see how tall Baron is, bro?
Yeah.
You see how tall that fool is, bro? He's
tall,
definitely
tall white fucking Pleiadian or whatever they call it.
Yeah, there's some gene. There's some kind of special genes going on there. That's for sure.
So basically, Middle Earth is ancient. Middle Earth is all throughout the ancient cultures, and there is an ancient culture down in South America, and these guys, people are trying to like do all these tattoos on their bodies, right? These guys have tribal tattoos from head to toe. Every square inch of their body is tribal tattoo, real dark charcoal ink, right? I'm guessing that's what they use. And these guys are ancient. They're natives, right? And they are protecting the entrances. That's what they say. They protect the entrances to Inner Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it would take, with their guidance, 2 weeks to get to Inner Earth. And anyone else would most likely die going there. And supposedly, the reality is that if you were to go there, if you were to make it there, I think you would have to be on the right frequency to see everything that's going on down there. And I think at one point you go through the bad part, which would be considered like a hell, but hell could even be a realm, right? So, and if Earth's multidimensional, then there's multiple dimensions to this all too. And there even could be kind of a flat map version of Earth even in the multi-dimension, right? So you have the round, and then you have the heliosphere, and then maybe you have that map kind of view with the dome, and then you could see maybe the creator or whatever looking above down at the dome, right? Just like a video game, right?
Apex, if you want more validation of what we're talking about, Ingersoll Lockwood, there's a site, the U.S. Depth Clock. I'm pretty sure you know about it. So that site is managed by Ingersoll Lockwood, which is another site. Now, that site was sharing a bunch of drops, and one of those drops among those sites was a GPS coordinates to Antarctica. In Antarctica, there was a cave. Now, the funny part is that same point of entry was part of CIA documents with Hitler when they visited. Right now, there is so let's just call them rumors, okay? So there's rumors going around that there's a civilization within our own planet. I think they're estimating like 11 million people, right? So it's a whole population of people that's living within the Earth. Now, this also connects to a lot of celebrities and a lot of big players, not just celebrities, but let's just take out celebrities. A lot of systematically important people go to Antarctica. Example, David Schwartz. And my theory is they probably mingle with these people. They probably interact with these people, maybe help them or maybe learn from them or whatever. But this whole quote unquote theory, which is not really a theory, is actually considered a fact at this point. But there is actually an entry point into the center of the world, and I think it's safe to say that Antarctica holds a big entry point to the whole thing, because why else would the world have a treaty? So you telling me that we fight each other all day long, but all of a sudden we have a treaty for Antarctica? How do we find common ground on that? That makes no sense. But yeah, go ahead, Ray.
No, but what you're saying is true, and basically Admiral Byrd, like I was trying to say earlier, he came out, was talking about it, right, until they told him to shut up. This guy was a very highly decorated admiral from World War II, and he went there and he found this Shambhala, they call, right? That's the ancient one. I told you about the one in South America, the tribe protecting the one entrance. And then there's Shambhala, which is Tibetan. And the Tibetans, you kind of think they were hunted and persecuted. They tried to wipe them out, right? You know, a certain country tried to wipe them out before, right? They are supposedly, because they're monks, right? They're high level, they're like Jedis. And they are actually protecting another entrance to Shambhala, is what they call it. That's in their culture. It's like it's like heaven. It's like heaven on earth, or in earth, right? That's what it's described as. Crystal cities, and they have fucking flying craft, and they're super advanced, and we are considered castaways to them. We are castaways because we're on the outside. Okay, we're on the outside. And that's why when we have nuclear wars, we have all kinds of crafts show up. Well, they might not be coming from outer space. They might be coming from inner Earth, because that's how the Nazis got a hold of their tech, because they connected with a being that downloaded that shit to that one lady from the Vril Society. That was real, like real shit. They were connecting with these things, right? And they got information from them. It's pretty wild. And then the story about, all the craft that were over the Capitol, all right, after World War II, all the crafts that came over the Capitol were witnessed by thousands of people. And then that's when everything changed. That's when we capitulated. Okay, we were like, we can't deal with this. We can't fight with whatever this is. And then what happened to Admiral Byrd? We can't deal with this. And then basically they said, okay. And that's when Truman, he signed over basically everything to them. And then the Operation Paperclip happened. So that's all real shit. Like,
yeah.
And they had a base there in Antarctica. That's real. They established that during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so David Schwartz went there. Why did David Schwartz go there? Brad Gardenhouse went with him. Why did they go there? Why was fucking Lagarde there? And someone else was there too. Well, this is what I heard. If you believe, you don't have to believe, but there was codes that were transferred. Keys, basically. The keys, right? Like the whole bearable guy shit. The keys to the castle. The keys to the whole fucking system of the planet were supposed to be given over to them. Well, they went back on it. That's why when they went on that trip, which was, I don't know, a couple of Novembers ago, I think. Time's flying so fast. They went on that trip. That's when they made the deal. They were to hand over the keys, the codes to the financial system to Brad Gardenhouse, the king, the knight, or not the king, but the knight in Bearable Guy. And then the code master, which is Joel Katz, right? So they went back on the deal. So that's why it took longer. And that's why at one point, Joel Katz said, we are behind by about a year and a half. This was supposed to already been done a year and a half ago. Like basically, he had said that at one point in this journey. So they were held back from what was supposed to happen. This system was supposed to be switched over back in the freaking late 90s into the early 2000s. So, like, yeah. Anyways, I've said too much. I've said too much already.
You're gonna get a knock on your door.
All this is fake news, man. All we do is fake news.
It's all hypothetical.
This is fake news, Apex. Come on, man.
Don't believe us. What do we know? We're just some random people on the internet.
I just
They say all the active developers for the XRPL are over in the Antarctica area. All the hidden ones.
I love you guys. I really do. I've tried going down to some of these rabbit holes that you guys go down, and I don't know if my brain can't do it. It's like my brain can't do it. I don't know. Man. It doesn't make sense. I know, because I can get really deep on like the tech side, but for whatever reason, my brain just like all of a sudden, like I get like 5 minutes into one of these things, and I'm like, oh, computer code. Oh, a butterfly. And then like I forget. And then 10 minutes later, there's a new rabbit hole, a new conspiracy. I try to go down it. I go down it for 5 minutes, and then I get distracted again. And I don't know. My brain just can't go there.
Yeah, you're wired.
I don't disrespect anyone who does. Like, you guys have obviously thought about it a lot, but that's usually like when you guys go, like, I just listen because I feel like I don't have a lot to contribute to those conversations, which isn't a bad thing. I just like to listen more so because I'm just like, oh, butterfly.
Oh, butterfly. I love it, bro. I love it. So when Mullet says, "Ring here," do you remember tweets? 2021. Schwabe, Christine Lagarde, Brad Garlic Bread, Schwartzy, and went to Antarctica to the total solar eclipse and new moon. Mm-hmm. That's some wild shit, right? So like if you're into all this stuff, it would click. It would be like, oh, okay, there's something to that, right? Like, and there is. Now we have Tony Baggs. He wants to mix it up, and he says, can we look at some of the Bearable Guy pictures, change the contrast? Are you into the Bearable Guy at all, Apex?
No, dude. I'll be honest. I can't stand the Riddlers. I just can't. I like when I first got in, like when they started appearing on CT, like I don't even remember, like maybe it was 2016, 2017, and everyone started tweeting their stuff. I had to start blocking them, not because I don't like it just was filling my feed. And again, it's the same kind of conspiracy stuff that my brain just is not wired for. Like my brain can see patterns, but it just doesn't go down those kind of rabbit holes. And so like I've had like Bearable Guy blocked since then. And man, who are the other, like Mr. Pool? I don't get into the Mr. Pool stuff either. It's just, I don't know. It's like, to me, it's not a value add for me. And I was just sick of it filling my feed that I'm like, I'm just going to block them because I just didn't want to see it. But
hey, you know what? Everyone has their cup of tea. And that's
100%.
not Apex's cup of tea, guys.
It's not
Right?
mine. So I will stay silent and we can share bearable guy images and I will hear the Nerdy's interpretation of them because I've heard him interpret them before.
Yeah, we were doing that. I think it was around Christmas. We were doing one that had came out. It was pretty good. It was fun.
Actually,
Yeah,
really quick follow-up. G, are you there?
Yeah,
Gee,
what's up?
What do you do with all the Riddler stuff? Do you believe it? Do you buy it? Do you believe some of it? I don't know if I've ever heard. I'm curious what your opinion is on it. I don't know if I've ever heard you speak on Riddlers.
You know, I think Riddlers are a good source of entertainment. Like, I'll take my child to the Riddler land that'll replace Disneyland. It'll just be, you know, bearable guy mascots and, you know, knights and everybody like dressed up and cool rides. I'll take my kid to that once XRP, you know, really moons and people have like really filthy, funny money to do some stupid things like that. But, you know, in terms of them as like a source of value in my, like, I knew of XRP before Riddlers, so when Riddlers came along, I thought they were interesting, but it was a form of entertainment. Like Interledger Protocol for me, there's bigger things that I've discovered through like the news and their connections to me that just like goes, wow, that's it. This is you know, a chosen one with it being the only one on the ISO 222 standards body. Interledger Protocol winning an ISO 222 hackathon. To me, like, you know, and it's all about how everybody responds to things differently. But for me, with XRP, I was like, that was the plan right there. They're telling you exactly what's going down with the Internet of Value and XRP bridging it all. Riddlers, they make you have to dig to try to figure out these things, which is cool. Like, if it inspires people to, you know, look further into XRPL and stuff like that, then that's a good thing. But
all right, we got someone, and I appreciate that, G. That you know, you made some good points. And Bobby Townsend says, "I like riddles. Life is fucking boring. Make things interesting."
It's entertaining. It's entertaining, but it does get overblown on CT a lot because like everybody has an opinion on it. So you just like your timeline just gets cluttered up when you're trying to just find good info.
It seems like there are three camps when it comes to Riddlers. One, just as, what was it, Bobby Townsend said, like, it's entertainment. Or G, you kind of said that too. Some people follow Riddlers because it's entertaining. People light up in the comments. They come up with some really funny crap as to what the riddles mean.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like just over the top.
So one is like entertainment value, right? The other camp is kind of conspiratorial, where it's like these people are in positions of influence or no, and because of their power of influence and no, they can't come out and say what they know, and so they try to divulge it in a way that protects them and their position or their family, while still trying to be good stewards to the greater public by sharing information that would otherwise be, you know, completely closed off publicly. And so these guys are kind of like the good Samaritans of crypto Twitter, the harbingers of what's to come, right? Hey, this is what's going to happen. Let me tell you about it in a coded, you know, poem or word picture, and you can try to figure it out. Like, if you have eyes, you'll figure it out, kind of a thing. And then there's the third camp that think more like the first camp, which is it's all about engagement farming and entertainment, and it's probably just a big troll. Is someone just is making these pictures and people are engaging with it and they think it's funny, so they continue to make these pictures that literally mean nothing, but it is entertaining, right? And I am of the opinion primarily that as far as any of the I don't think any of the Riddlers are actually in position of power. Now, again, this is just my opinion. I think they're doing it for engagement farming. They're doing it for the entertainment value. And so from that perspective, I don't find it I personally don't find it entertaining, and so that's why I don't really pay attention to them. But again, that's just me. I'm just an internet wolf. You shouldn't listen to me anyway. But and I don't fault people for doing it. It's just it's never been a draw for me. If that makes I'm with G. I'm more conspiratorial. Not saying that G said he was like I'm more about dot connecting. Like what Nerdy just did. When Nerdy shared with us the Citibank documents, and he was connecting the dots and say like, hey, what does this sound like? This sounds like Interledger Protocol without saying Interledger Protocol. And you can pull these official documents from real resources, real press disclosures, and they're all over the place.
All
right?
over.
It's all over.
All
like
over.
To me, it's like, aha, that is more real and tangible because they're saying the quiet part out loud, and it's right there. If you find, like, if you try to deep dive XRP Ledger or Interledger, the stuff is all over the place. Yeah, it's not in the mainstream media. It's not in mainstream crypto Twitter. But if you start digging even a little bit and try to understand what they're saying, it is all over the place. And it has been all over the place for years.
Also,
hey, real quick.
Also, Apex has a cloud background too, so he also understands like the cloud portion of this whole stuff. Go ahead, Sean.
I was just gonna say, I got a couple things going on at the camp, so I'm gonna just listen in because I won't be able to participate too much. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the chat, and I will be listening as much as I can.
Can you please comment? Can you please give us a comment, sir, about Bearable Guy and how it's helped your life, sir? Please.
You said Bearable?
Yes.
How has Bearable Guy 123 helped your life, sir, caller?
Not too much, other than it provided a little bit of hopium, and it gave a lot of insight into, that there's a lot more going on than what's been advertised. And what's been advertised in this space for what we're looking at is very, very little, which makes the Bearable Guy even more intriguing. Is because there's been so little chatter over the last 5-6 years.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'll listen in. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Hey, Apex, Nerdy, Rain. I can't G. Love you guys.
Later.
And once again, I think I do get conspiratorial in thinking like certain outcomes with this Bearable Guy thing because either this guy is really rocking the boat for let's say if he's like because a lot of people think he's like within Ripple and kind of helping people out. Does that mean everybody in Ripple agrees with what's going on with this Bearable Guy thing? Like, what if there's some major drama going on with this type of thing drawing way too much attention to XRP, maybe more than they wanted to around the time, right? When the Bearable Guy riddles were coming out. So I either this guy, has like Ripple behind him and going, it's cool with what you're doing, or, maybe he's a rogue agent in the Ripples giving it away and they have to resort to certain measures to kind of keep manipulating the price of XRP.
I use the riddles and stuff as a guide to guide me in the right direction. I just don't look at the picture and be like, oh, I have all the answers, because that's ridiculous. I look at the pictures and be like, hey, what is this? What it could be or what it can be, and go down that road. I try my best to stay away from all that stuff, to be honest, because it's pointless. You're not really gonna find anything. You can spend the same time actually trying to follow real trails, and you'll find real information from real sources. And
no, totally.
Will give you way more confidence than looking at some pictures. Rain, if you want to share my screen, I'll give you an example of what exactly do I mean. So this is from Harvard.
No, yeah.
This is a real source.
Hey, hold on just a second. Before you read that, let's pump Lady E's bags, man. She's saying yawn, so sleepy. You guys are making me tired. I'm just kidding.
Hey, we are the perfect voices to just put the earbuds in and try to fall asleep.
Night.
Thank you, Lady E, for hanging
I'll
out.
put you to sleep real easy with just my monotone talking about software. It'll put you to sleep really quick.
Easy listening with Apex.
Anything technical will put you to sleep. Welcome to our world.
Wait. Who's Harvard? I've heard of them. Are they like a place of higher academia institution?
Higher indoctrination. Higher
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. Sorry,
yes,
I
yeah,
apologize.
So this one is from Harvard, and they're talking about Stellar. They're talking about cross borders. Now I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna go down to this one, which is like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Stellar relies on blockchain to keep the network in sync, but the end user experience is more like cash, USDC. Stellar
Let's
is much
go.
faster, cheaper, and more efficient, and than typical blockchain systems. Okay, that's cool. Now, Ripple. It's short. Why is it so short? Anyways. Admittedly, due to its protocol consensus algorithm, it is super fast and more amendable to transfer payments than Bitcoin. From Harvard. Come on, guys. From Harvard.
How old is that?
It's pretty old. But it's still from Harvard and it's still real.
No.
And the freaking BIS saying interledger protocol works best in tandem with
And this
ISO 222.
Oh, there's a patent.
Yeah, this was
Like,
this
it's
is
all
the
out there.
diagram. This is the diagram. You have your administrates, you have your architects, you have your back end, middleware, and your front end, and this is how everything works. This is how everything's going to work. So I use this diagram and I say, hey, what is middleware? Oh, that's Ripple. That's RippleNet. Oh, what is the back end? What is the front end? Oh, that can be Quant. That could be Constellation. What is front end? Oh, that could be Stellar. That could be WASPay. That can be anything. It could be Algorand. And then you have like, oh, your administrates. Oh, what can that be? Oh, maybe that's Hedera Council. That makes sense. You know, and it's like, these are the kind of things that I'd rather go down than some.
Dude, that's a hell of a riddle you have in front of you there. That's amazing.
That's the best bearable guy riddle I've ever seen.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. So this is why I have so much confidence in with the hell, because I'm not going to invest in something I know nothing about. That's just stupid.
Yeah, I'm not going to invest in Bitcoin because I don't know who created it. You know.
Yeah.
And I want to invest in XRP because a cartoon bear told me to buy it either.
But a cartoon bear
my gosh, dude!
my
Imagine
whole life savings into a random ass coin. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So
I wouldn't invest in XLM only, just because they're going to probably be the main thing in the U.S. next to XRP. I wouldn't invest in either of those. Fake news.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, but XLM, real news, XLM is like 12th for active developers.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's right.
Sorobon.
Yes, dude. So, Apex, you're bullish on XLM, buddy?
I am, and I don't know. Like after seeing that report, I don't even own XLM. Transparency, I've never bought it. It's just one coin I just never got to. But after seeing the development on it and Sorobon smart contracts coming, the proof is in the development. Look at the development. They have maintained an active headcount of developers through multiple prolonged bear markets. And that's really hard. Like that is exceptionally hard to do in crypto. Like historically and factually, you're talking right now, 185 chains in, only 20 chains from the previous bull run have increased their developer count. Only 20 out of 2.5. Oh, sorry, I've only analyzed 185. So, but still, it is. So don't sleep on projects that are priced low, haven't seen a lot of price action. Don't sleep on them when they have active developers that are building, right? They are building. And they're not building if they don't have use case. They're not building if they don't have partnerships. They're not building if they don't have their ecosystem growth. Like that's just basic economics. That's basic business development 101 there. And Stellar, man, I'm super bullish on Stellar.
Apex, can I make you even more bullish on Stellar? Do you mind?
Oh, dude, I can't. Okay, sorry.
I can make you even more bullish.
If I get any more bullish than I am right now, my head might explode.
Okay. Challenge
accepted. It's just going to get messy. Accepted. And, oh, man. Okay, fine.
Challenge accepted. Share my screen. Let me make Apex super duper bullish. Here you go. This is straight from Stellar.
Free tokenization on the network reached new heights, with Stellar gaining recognition as a leader.
Oh, yeah, I saw this. But yeah, keep going.
Funds managed by institutional players including Franklin Templeton, Wisdom Tree, Bitbon, ABN AMRO, which represent tokenized real-world assets like securities, fiat currencies, gold, and more reached a total market cap of over 340 million last year. Messari stated in its latest crypto thesis that funds on Stellar have grown to be the large plurality of tokenized treasuries and the largest liquid instruments that any Wall Street firm have actually offered on-chain, including stablecoins. Stellar was designed for asset tokenization way back when, and we've seen its features make it an easy choice for issuers to build on and take their assets to market. Those features include like the clawback functionality and other compliance features that regulated entities are going to have to leverage. But I also want to highlight that further to SDF's mission, tokenization on Stellar is providing financial access to new customers in new markets in a new way. People who previously were not able to leverage these tools, they now can. This is what our work is all about.
Boom.
You know what I'd like to see? You know what I'd like to see, and it's not too far-fetched.
Bro.
Imagine if Stellar and XRP ever merged.
There's a bridge being made. There's a bridge being made
There's a bridge.
through SHX.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, shit.
That's
Oh,
Stellar.
shit.
Stellar is basically, or was, a fork of Ripple.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So
Jed McCaleb was one of the original architects of the XRPL, and he left
Yep.
XRP to start Stellar, and he
Yep.
basically took the code base from
Mhm.
XRP to start the Stellar code base.
Mm-hmm.
And Jed McCaleb was the guy who they give credit for coming up with the idea of doing the pre-mine, right? To do it for a
Yes.
more eco-friendly and go anti-proof of work direction. So this guy stays ahead of the game, and we already just saw what they were talking about, clawback functionality and like just the number of assets on chain. Like, wow,
They're
they're
already
building
ahead
a
of the game.
behemoth
Apex,
here.
not only
They're ahead of the
was
game.
Ripple have investment into a lot of Stellar companies, but Stellar's working directly with the Treasury. Okay, Ripple the company themselves are a global remnants, just partnerships throughout the wazoo. Right now, Stronghold was made specifically for ACH on Stellar with IBM. And the connections with Ripple and IBM are they're crazy. So just, ponder on that one. This is why we've seen the pump. So if you think about that dynamic, if Stronghold is pumping today, don't you believe, or wouldn't you assume, better way to say, wouldn't you assume that XRP is coming up, Stellar is coming up after all these amendments get passed? Wouldn't that not make sense?
Hey,
Yeah.
did you guys
Just
also
saying.
know? Did you guys also know that Stellar had NFTs? I think for concerts back in 2017. I think it was.
Right.
They've been ahead of the game on a lot of shit. So
Stellar. One thing that pushed me away from Stellar,
Right.
I was looking to add it probably 3 or 4 years ago, and which I think they've solved now. Their chain had a lot of failed transactions on it that they were working through, like their main net did. And so
Right.
like that's one thing that kind of pushed me away. I think that's like pretty much been absolved. I haven't looked into it super deep, but you used to be able to go on their block explorer. Now this is probably 5 or 6 years ago. 5 or 6 years ago, you could go on and they were failing 5 to 7% of their transactions pretty consistently. And I'm like, ugh, and that was one where I was like, I don't know if I really want. It's the same reason I'm not a huge Solana fan. By the way, did you guys see Solana went offline again? What was that? Like this within the last week? Anyway, but anyway, so that's one thing that like pushed me away from Stellar originally. But again, to Nerdy, what you just shared, I mean, that corroborates what we saw in the dev report.
Yeah.
Is the like you see the growth of all of those private institutions that have tokenized assets on the XLM ledger, and in order to sustain that growth, you need developers.
Yep.
And so, like again, that's another case where what we're seeing on the active development standpoint of the Stellar ecosystem, matching what we're seeing in press releases and news, which is bullish.
Hella bullish. I thought, bro, you missed it. I thought every time you talk about Solana, you can throw in a pause in there.
Yeah. Well,
You
it's
missed
kind
it.
of like Stellar. It's kind of like just say Ethereum. I meant like Ethereum kind of comes to a stop too. It's in gas fees because gas fees are so high. People will they'll kind of lay off using it, and they'll have to wait, and they'll time it. So that's kind of like a shutdown too, in a way.
Well, and the thing is in times of high market volume, that's when the volume increases, and that's when the transaction fees spike. That's exactly the opposite of what you want on a monetary network, because you think about any liquidity monetary network in moments of high volatility, when the ecosystem is stressed, you want it to be robust, and you want people to be able to get in and out of assets efficiently, right? Without high transaction fees. You want really liquid markets. And Ethereum has the exact opposite problem.
Mhm.
Is the fees are already high, but they skyrocket when volume is pressed. And again, man, I know that they are miles ahead of many, but man, XRPL, Stellar, like they're the Ethereum can be surmounted still very easily. They have they are the to use a GDLT analogy, they are the hare in this race, but man, they have not won the market yet. They are still super slow. There is still huge opportunity for a more efficient DEX to come along and eat Ethereum's lunch.
Do you think that's on purpose? Because Bitcoin has the same problem. The more people that use it, the higher the fee goes. So do you think that's on purpose?
Yeah,
it's a I think it's a flaw, but Ethereum maxis would say it's a feature, right? They'd say, well, yeah, no, it's there on purpose so that people can't spam the network. Well, yes, but you don't have to make fees exorbitantly high to prevent spam, because you have blockchains that do that already. That's why you have transaction fees. If you don't have transaction fees on a network, people can just spam and shut down the network. But it's like what we saw, what was it, about a month ago, with the XRPL came under load for an inscription attack, where people were basically just spamming the network for no reason, but they were paying a lot of money to do it, you know? And it's like, okay, I mean, on the one hand, it didn't stop the network. It just slowed the transactions from, I think, 50 down to like 20 or maybe even 15. So it would have been a problem for high volume. But again, the XRPL's fees are dynamic based on the network volume. And so, like, if you had, like, hypothetically, let's say we were doing what Uniswap is doing, and the XRPL was doing 1 billion in volume per day, you would have the XRPL fees scale, so they would be higher than they are now, but you're still talking probably pennies per transaction, not $180 per transaction.
Exactly. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that's the difference.
So yeah, if you're looking in the long view, smart contracts for XRPL and XLM could really pick up some serious momentum, since they've taken care of the payments aspect of their blockchains already, and now they can move on to smart contracts and things like that instead of jumping the gun.
I'm still sad. I don't know. I guess I don't know if it's the right thing or not with Zahao being on a side chain, right? Smart contract hooks is coming to Zahao, which is basically like a side chain to the XRPL.
Right.
I really wish it could come back as an amendment on the XRPL, because I just feel like, you know, the consensus was Ripple didn't want it. Sorry, this was the scuttlebutt, the rumor. The rumor was Ripple didn't want hooks, smart contracts on the XRPL, because they felt it would what's the word, deprecate, it would make the XRPL less performant, and they didn't think smart contracts was the place for it to live on the XRPL. But I don't know, man. Like, I mean, we're obviously living in the experiment now, and I want nothing but good things to happen for Zahao. and hooks and Evernote and all that stuff that's coming on that network. But at the same time, it's like, man, couldn't we have just gotten that on the XRPL? Like much in the same way that XLM got it? I don't know. I wonder if we'll look back 10 years from now and say that was a missed opportunity. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I just want to add real quick, like the biggest thing here is volume. And I think that's the biggest deciding factor between all these chains, is that the main chains, even though they have low price or whatever, but they were literally designed to handle like massive amount of transactions at once, like huge volumes. And a lot of these other chains, they can't do it. Like Solana going out and Ethereum fees going up and Bitcoin and all this other stuff, like they weren't designed for that. So that's why I believe that Ethereum, Bitcoin, and all this stuff, they were the test. That's just the test net. But with Sorbonne and all these other things coming out, like the biggest thing here is side chains, right? Is being able to take Ethereum volume and bridge it over to the XRP ledger. That's gonna happen through EVM side chains and shit like that. I believe once we reach that point, when we reach that peak, we're just gonna switch. We're literally gonna pivot away from EVMs altogether, and we'll just go through, IBC or WASM or just something else. It'll just completely something else. We won't be dealing with Solidity anymore.
Speaking of bearable guy,
all right, someone's got to explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Devin Steve says, "Why is there a Persian rug in a greenhouse?"
All right, let's explain this real quick.
Nerdy's pretty good at it. Get it, Nerdy.
So you have the Persian rug that could mean Middle East. It could mean Iran, because these are from mainly Iran. You have your books, which is your ledgers. You have your sunflowers.
Hold on, Nerdy. Hold on a second. I need to get rid of the. Hold on. I want to get rid of the banner so we can see the whole thing. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. So you have the Persian rug, which is probably from Iran. So you have Iran right there, and then you have the ledgers, the hidden ledgers, which BIS even talks about, the private ledgers. Then you have the same sunflower that was on the avalanche one with the snowball effect. There was a picture like that. It's the same sunflower from that part. Now on the other side, the biggest clue is that he's in a clear house, which is clearinghouse. Second one is that the red guy with the fist, and you have the green on top, and you have the purple on bottom. And if you remember from the castle, purple is XRP. So you have literally USD and Bitcoin and all the other ones going into XRP. And then you have the gold. So you have the gold, and then you have the king with the crown, with the cracks in the crown, meaning that the old system is done, it's cracking, it's about to break. And then you have Gary Gensler, who's stomped out on the bottom. And then you have the people in the back. Now the gray robes are, think of them as like the gray popes. So there is different level of popes, and that's a whole nother conspiracy. There's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down. But there you have white, black, and gray pope, and this. So you have the red one, which is down to probably Gary or the old system, which is probably Crown Court. And then you have the popes, and they were controlling all the gold and all that stuff. So that could be, in a rough sketch, the riddle.
And not only that, I'm noticing what I would say are chemtrails, but maybe they're I think they're chemtrails. But have you guys seen anything on the total lunar eclipse that's supposed to have, or solar eclipse, right?
Oh, then you have the blue brick for Stronghold. Tony just pointed that out. Yeah.
No, but you see the sun, right? You see they look like chemtrails. Have you guys been paying attention to the crossing of the? I have a video on it of the solar eclipse that's coming up this year, and there was another. If you cross the lunar eclipse, this is kind of reminding me of what I was seeing on that, where you have the lunar eclipse and then the solar eclipse, right? That come across Texas and all these cities and states. It's pretty big. It's pretty epic, and I'm thinking if that's kind of lining up with those solar eclipse that I'm talking about, is that a sign maybe that it's in spring, because that's going to happen in spring, and then you have them watering the flower here, springtime in the green room, and yeah, it's pretty wild, dude.
They have that thing called the Spring Initiative, right?
And that's usually around April too. Yeah, Spring Initiative.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, it's pretty wild, dude. The blue brick, that's one that they point out a lot, which is the color of Ripple. Anyways, it's wild. I love it.
Yeah, but you know, it's not as good as that artwork Nerdy was showing earlier.
Oh, my riddle? You like my riddles?
Whoa.
Oh yeah, dude, those riddles blew my mind.
Yeah, the Harvard riddles.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
Harvard.
those Harvard riddles are
Yeah, I got
very intricate. You got to decipher a lot of stuff by reading it.
some Santander riddles, and I also got some Deloitte riddles too.
Oh, dude, those are my kind of riddles.
The gold standard
I also-
runs on RippleNet.
I also have a bunch of Volante and HSBC riddles.
Oh, preach
Yes,
it.
Volante, love Volante.
Accenture. I have some Accenture
Yeah.
riddles.
I got
Oh,
some
Accenture,
I
yes.
got a whole bunch of
They
Accenture.
wrote a love letter to Ripple back in the day, dude, in 2014. It's nuts.
Yep. I got some DBS and some BNY Mellon and some BlackRock riddles. I
Bank
got
of
some-
America.
Yeah, I got some Bank of America and some Wells Fargo
Just
riddles.
stop us anytime, guys.
We have
Bank of
all the riddles.
Australia,
Yeah, we have
Central
SDI
Bank of
riddles.
Palau,
Yeah. These are the real riddles.
Hong Kong.
HSBC.
HSBC is huge. People don't really understand how big of a player HSBC is in this game.
Bank of America with the patent. I don't know if you mentioned that one.
BNY
Bank of
Mellon,
England.
BNY Mellon,
Medico.
yeah, BNY Mellon and HSBC is the bank that your bank banks with.
Metaverse
It's
banks.
your bank's bank.
Flutterwave.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
Dude,
Data
probably between
centers.
us, we could keep going for.
Monetary Authority of Singapore.
yeah. There's
By the
like-
way, is people say Singapore is the new Silicon Valley? Is that really the case in your opinion, Apex? Like, are there like just developers that are just creating such innovative tech projects coming from that area?
I mean, I think you have to look there for sure. They're one of the top ones for sure. I think Dubai's another one. I don't know, like London too. I think there's a lot of innovation happening in Japan too, Tokyo. Like it's kind of weird because like the current financial system is run on the US petrodollar. That's shifting. But like you have all these hotbeds of growth happening anywhere but the US essentially.
Mhm.
Sorry, it's not like there isn't stuff in the US, but it's so handicapped right now by the
Mhm.
old guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's gonna be a changing of the guard, man. It's coming. The guard, changing of the guard.
Mhm. I'm telling you, like, do you guys think like I thought this back in, and sorry, this is just kind of applies here in the States. I don't know, people are watching all over the world, but I had this feeling in 2020. I thought crypto was going to be a major, for the 2020 election. I thought it was going to be a major thing for U.S. elections, but it really didn't really play a role. I'm wondering if the 2024 elections is going to play a I don't think it's still top of policy mind on a lot of voters, but I wonder if it's going to be more top of mind. I'm honestly thinking of being a single issue voter this election just on crypto regs, because I feel like the U.S. we just have this group of incumbents that want to protect old money, and old money is protecting them. Our politicians, that is. And I feel like nothing's really going to get done unless we actually vote these people like Elizabeth Warren out of power and actually pro people that are going to actually move legislation in the U.S. Sorry, that's a long ramble, but my question is, do you think crypto will play more of an issue in this year's or in the 2024 election here in the U.S.? I'm curious what you guys think.
Yeah, 100%.
I got the two B's. Bitcoin and the border, but border and the Bitcoin. The border security and Bitcoin.
I forgot who I was listening to, but he was saying, I forgot exactly what company, but he was saying that 2024 is the year of stable coins. They said 2024 was a year of regulations and everything. So all the blueprint for everything would happen in this year.
Oh,
sorry.
This year. Yeah, it's totally this year. Because everyone's pointing to stable coins when they're being talked about as XRP and XLM. not necessarily the regular stable coins you think of, but they're in there too. But they're also when they come out like Mushroom Head. I think you were saying that, Nerdy. When she comes out and says we got to regulate these stable coin things or whatever, she's scared of XRP and XLM, right? So
yeah,
they're not scared of USDC, guys.
I honestly believe that Mushroom Head will be replaced with Judy. I think Judy's going to take her job for sure, 100%. And I think Judy Sheldon keeps talking about. She gave a conference, back in 2009 or something like that. Or was it Trump? I think it was 16 or something like that. 2012. Anyways, she gave a whole conference, a seminar, and she was talking about how if Bretton Woods were to take place in Mar-a-Lago, she's totally fine with it. She said good. So I believe we're gonna have another Bretton Woods moment in time.
And that makes sense because it actually is. This is a fact.
Yeah.
The Mar-a-Lago is considered the Winter White House because it used to belong to
so
the government. They couldn't maintain it, and Trump bought it. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of a weird time we live in.
And it's funny. It's funny, like all the bills that Congress is trying to pass. I think Tom and some other guys were one of them, or some of them, about the gold bills, all the gold bills, and all the states going back to gold and all this other stuff. So it's happening. And then you have the whole liquidity. You have Basel III, that even requires, and then you have your T1 and T0 settlement times. Like, how do you do that without liquidity? You need to have liquidity in that settlement period, or you're just gonna have your same 2-week or 3-day grace period in order to make sure everything settles, make sure that you have the liquidity to settle everything. So I believe 2024 this year. I don't think elections are gonna happen, to be honest, bro. I think we're just gonna watch the downfall of the old world, to be honest. I think we're just gonna watch this things happen in a different way how we think before. Everything's gonna happen to the extreme. So when people talk about, oh, if we go back to gold, if we go this, oh, that's gonna be an extreme measure. You need to have extreme circumstances. Extreme. I believe we're gonna meet those circumstances, and I believe we're gonna meet those conditions, and I believe that when those conditions and everything is met, we're just going to need an extreme measure to protect everything. And I believe that measure is what's being written up today. And once you have everything, when you have all the bills in Congress and you have everything there, even though they haven't been passed, but they're there in the matter of national security, shit can happen.
I do know one thing, that we're going to see the most wild shit we've ever seen in our life. It's going to happen this year.
And the biggest hint is how they're talking about the Super Bowl, and they're saying one of the directors, I think it wasn't Ray, it was somebody else. DOD, I think it was DOD. It came out and said that China was going to hack us. We have China hacking us. And Sheriff came out today and said that they're hacking Texas Sheriff Department or something like that. It was China and Iran or some other country. That's trying.
And he said Bozo won't fucking talk to any of the police forces or sheriffs or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
Exactly. So like you have that narrative being pushed today already. Then you have all the stuff that's happening with the Houthis, or stuff that's happening in Yemen, and all that stuff that's happening on that side of the world. They're talking about cutting the cables in the Red Sea. They're talking about shutting off the internet. So, and then you look at SpaceX. SpaceX is launching a whole bunch of satellites, and then you realize that SpaceX has a deal with the Department of Defense, and they have a whole initiative to create a whole new cyber system, and that's exactly what they're doing. So it's just all lining up, and that goes again back to so you can follow the riddles, or you can follow legit information like this, which is again everywhere, like you said. But not a lot of people want to put in that work. So this is why I have confidence that 2024 is probably going to be a year of just transformation and change. I don't think anything. I don't think we won't have an election cycle. I think it'd be more like military type deal.
I think that happens after the election, bro. Like that's what I'm.
You think so?
What I've been picking up is that, like I said, so you got to think of this year as a boomerang. And so, like, it's being repeated. 2020 is being repeated right now. Like, we're in a loop. We're in a time loop, if you believe in that kind of stuff. I do. So basically what would happen is, so they said, oh, DJT won't leave. He ain't going to want to leave when he loses, right? Well, guess what? They're going to lose, and they're not going to want to leave. I'm telling you, that's what's coming. And that's when the hammer falls as far as the other things coming into play. And it's all being set up because they got to protect us, right? Right now, if you watch the stuff that's going on along the wall, build the damn wall, right? Like, that shit's crazy. If you guys watched any of the live streams showing what's going on live in remote areas, I'm telling you, shit's about to get fucking real. And it's already been predicted and prophesized that the wall, it's prophetic. The wall will be built, and it'll be like the wall fucking out of the Bible and shit. Like, I'm not kidding. And he's a builder, right? He's an engineer. So
another reason why I believe the elections won't happen is because of everything that's happening with Hunter and all the connections that's going through right there, and also the stuff that's happening with Biden too. So they're already talking about the 25th Amendment, and Kamala can't run. She's not illegal. She wasn't born here. So she can't really become president. So, and all this stuff that's going on with they're finding out corruption and child stuff going through our own 3-letter agencies and stuff like that. And there was people are not talking about the D class that came out, or information that came out about all the stuff in Ukraine, and how there was a whole plan made, and that information was leaked. So I think it's more of like I honestly believe this year's a disclosure, 100%.
I would like to go back to Putin, right? And look how Putin was talking about the transitioning, right? That's happening, right? Like, the main part of all of what we're experiencing, guys, at the end of the day, you could take everything out of it. It's the financial system. It's the economy, stupid, right? They used to say, it's the economy, stupid, in the elections. As long as the economy was doing good, you might get reelected, right? Like, so at the end of the day, it's what Putin was talking about, saying that our country's been doing it to ourselves by thinking they can freaking sanction everyone and do all these things, right? And it actually is backfiring because they were booming. You know, they're booming now, right? Their economy was the best in Europe, I think, last year, stuff like that, right? Like, so it's wild when you hear, because most people here don't know the truth about the financial system. It's what's going on, right? Like, they don't know what the hell the BRICS is, guys. Did you know that Russia became the president of the BRICS? Like, so, and he's like, you ain't messing with me, man. He's like, we got supersonic missiles. We're way more advanced than everyone. I was like, wow, dude, he ain't fucking holding back, dude. Like, so
there's also a whole bunch of stuff coming out with the whole election, with all the election fraud, and they're finding out that what we already knew, but there's actually being publicized now that there's people that are deleting records straight off the servers, and there's video evidence of people deleting stuff straight off the servers.
Hey, speaking of that, what's up with Vitalik? Is it true? I don't even know how you would do that, but supposedly Vitalik was deleting stuff off of Ethereum. How do you even do that?
I don't know about all that.
Did you hear about?
I don't know either.
That's probably another distraction, right? It's a distraction to get you off the case. The tip.
I haven't even looked into that.
Well, a lot of this stuff will get you. You know what we're talking about will get you banned. I know that. So
I'll look into it. I'll let you know next show.
But we can't go too deep. I can't go too deep. Like, I can't tell you guys everything I'm seeing. Believe me, I could fucking be freaking out right now. If I was someone that was fucking very emotional and like fired up, ready to go, I could be freaking out right now of what I've seen, like what's going on. Like, but I'm like, no, I'm chill, right? I'm like, in my belief is I pray into things, right? So I pray into for one of the hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh shit. We got someone in the green room.
Bring him on. Come on. You're making me.
Oh my God. Oh, you guys gonna love this one. He hails from places unknown, and you don't want to be passed out on the floor when Father Sachs comes a knocking and drops a tea bag on your face. We got Father Sachs.
What is up, good glitches?
What's up, Sachs?
Father Sachs.
Dude, you fucking... Yo, Father Sachs, you came in and you switched the vibe so fast. I couldn't even hold it. I was breaking down laughing when I saw that. It was like, I was like, oh shit, I can't make him wait, dude. What'd you think? Was the intro good enough for you, sir? I know I only gave you green M&Ms, sir, like you requested.
Perfect.
What's up, Baggy? What are you doing, buddy?
Chilling, grilling. What's up, guys?
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
I thank you for coming to save us from ourselves talking about fucking too much crazy shit, bro.
You guys
Save
want
us.
to see some more AMM stuff?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
please.
Yeah,
What
man.
you got, buddy? What you got?
All right, let's check this out.
This is now extra bullish with Bagman and AKA Father Sack.
All right, I got a share screen. So here goes the Stellar X AMM. They've been live since the end of 2021. And they also recently, I don't know how recently, but they didn't have this before, but they recently added where some of the pools too, you get an additional reward of Aqua. Liquidity providers for specific AMMs can receive additional incentives for their contribution towards liquidity in Aqua. And you can see which ones, the purple ones here, get that. This is kind of like the XRP AMM. It's going to look like. Got the swap right here.
And how long has this been live, Bags?
Bags, on that swap, can you show Sean real quick how to swap for Stronghold? Because that's the page.
November 3rd, 2021 is when they voted on to upgrade the network to Protocol 18, which included the AMM.
Nice.
Man, I've been so behind on Stellar, man. Like, so I'm telling you, they have been ahead of the game, guys. Like, they're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say they're better and bigger, but go ahead, Bags. That's awesome.
What did you want to see, Nerdy?
Sean wanted to see how you do Stronghold.
To get Stronghold on here?
Yeah, you can just select it.
Yeah, you just select Stronghold. Plug in your wallet. And that's it.
That's how I do it, Sean. That's how I do all my stuff, just like this.
Yeah, that's badass. So
That's real slick.
yeah, like that's what we have to look forward to. Then go ahead. I'm sorry.
We got the total liquidity right here. You got the volume in the last 24 hours. And since SHX been popping off, there's been a lot of trades going on. There's been a lot of fees collected in this pool in the last 24 hours. Last 24 hours before this one was 1,000. Now it's 1.8K.
Damn.
Okay, since you're showing us this, I'm guessing that you're fucking in the liquidity. You're up in there.
Yeah, I just hopped in the other day because I was doing some research on the XRP one, on the AMM, and I ran into the Apex video from the XRP Apex, and then I checked out the Schwartz one, and that's how I found the one that he was talking about, the interface for the AMM for the XRP Ledger Orchestra.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
This
Like
one right here.
Oh, Orchestra, okay.
And this is pretty much the first interface layer to the AMM. This is in DevNet right now. You can see right here, I'm already connected. So you can already mess around with this with fake coins.
You know, you're showing us your bags now, right?
That's all fake. It's DevNet.
Oh, Dev Nipple, get drippy, dude. Fuck yeah. Let's do this. Fucking put it all in there, dude.
And it was similar to the one you guys were watching earlier, but a little bit different. You got your liquidity pools here.
Bagman.
You can check out all the info here. You can also trade to get to get your fee dropped, and you could vote on that depending on how much liquidity you got in there. You also got the trading fee here that you can also vote down. This one is to vote the trading fee down, and this one is to get cheaper fees. If you win that one, you can get like a 90% discount on the trading fees or whatever.
So are you working with these guys, or is this something that anyone can jump on?
Yeah, anybody could jump on. I'm dropping a tutorial on Sunday.
That's awesome, dude. So
Nice.
basically, guys, so check it out. Like, in a lot of ways, for a lot of folks, if it wasn't for the YouTube and Twitter and all that, this shit would be kind of boring. Okay, I'll admit. So being a holder, I'm talking about being a hodler, it can be rather boring, and it feels like you're getting kicked in the nuts a lot, right? So this, for me, this is like gamifying it, man. Like, because I've already done stuff like this in some ways, and staking is kind of, it reminds me of staking. So I've already got a feel for it. I like this kind of stuff. This to me would make XRP great again. I'm just saying. I just
want to add something real quick, Baggy, if you don't mind. Another thing for the Stellar thing, you know how Baggy was showing us how you can earn Aqua for some of the liquidity pools. Well, you can actually stake your Aqua for ICE, and you'll have it's basically like a governance token, and you can participate in votes on the Aqua network.
Yeah, I'm wanting to do the Stellar stuff. You guys got me fucking wanting to jump on both of them, you know, and learn this shit, know it, be badass at it, right? Fucking have something, be like a, kind of like a, not a day trader, but kind of having that vibe, right? Because I'm not usually normally like that. But
yeah, and the
beautiful
thing,
to me, it's gamifying. It's what I would call it. It's gamifying it for me, making it fun, and you know what I mean. You got to think of what you're doing and choosing your mind, you know, keeping you sharp. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And the cool thing about what Bags is showing or showed you guys with the Orchestra Finance, it's DevNet, so it's all fake coins that you can play around with. Like, so you can practice it like without, you know, before the AMMs, and then you start using your real coins. You can kind of like get a feel for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I created this pool right here, the XRP and the nut token.
Is that part of the Sachs?
Wait,
is that
what?
part of the Sachs network? The nut token?
Yeah.
Oh my God, not Sachs.
And since there's nobody really in here using them, you can pretty much vote on it, and you'll win the vote.
That's pretty cool, man. I'm excited. I'm excited because this reminds me also of governance through Gala, which I'm already doing, right? Which I'm already a part of, and I like it. I love it. It's this is giving me the same vibe. So, Node Bro, I thank you for the info. Thank you.
Schwartz here in this one too. I don't know if you guys want to watch the
we got
clip.
someone in the back. Hold on, we got someone in the back, man. Hold on. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Usually, she doesn't have good microphone action, but maybe tonight she invested in the best mic ever made. I don't know. It's Steph in the building. Better have a good mic.
Oh,
what's up, Steph?
Ghost.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
We can.
Okay, I'll be quiet. I just want to say hey.
So what were you saying, Baggy?
In this video here, at the latest Apex XRP Ledger Foundation, Schwartz actually mentions Orchestra Finance in this clip.
Oh, play that shit. Hell yeah.
So an exciting development also is Orchestra Finance, independent of Ripple, which is going to be the first interface layer for the AMM. So it provides benefits for all of the different stakeholders, the liquidity providers, the people who sort of take their assets and give them to the DEX, arbitrageurs, traders, and developers. Developers, of course, benefit from the liquidity that the automated market makers provide. Their tokens are more liquid, and so users can benefit from access to that liquidity. Liquidity providers want to maximize the returns that they get from the various different things that the automated market maker does to make a profit. XLS30 enables them to vote for trading fees. And probably the biggest single innovation is the continuous auction mechanism that reduces impermanent loss, and it also increases the efficiency of the volatility harvesting. What this does is this takes some of the profit that would normally be made by the arbitrageurs and gives it to the liquidity providers. The arbitrageurs are trying to make profit from sort of asymmetric information. They have access to the prices off the ledger, and the AMM does not. The auction mechanism increases the probability of success to capture mispricing profits, and it enables the automated market maker's trading strategy to capture very small changes in price. If you think about it, Big movements in price have a larger opportunity for profit simply because the price change is bigger. Like if you're buying and selling a stock and it moves a lot, you can make more money. But it doesn't do that very often. Small movements occur much more often. In aggregate, if you sum them all up, it's a greater opportunity than the large movements. But in order to catch the small movements, the system has to be very efficient. If there's a high fee, a small change in price won't be captured because people wait until the price difference exceeds the fee. If the transactions are slow and there's a small movement, you don't try to capitalize on that because the price might move against you before your trade can execute. The XRP Ledger's features make it easy to capture those smaller price movements. And of course, integration. The AMM is going to be integrated in the DEX. So that will ensure that people who use for payments will get the best price execution, and it will ensure that the AMM is able to capture those smaller price movements. So that integration is just, I'm really excited to see how that integration turns out. All right, let's.
Interesting.
That's awesome, dude. So when did you learn about this bag? Did you catch this from this video, or did you just stumble onto it recently?
Yeah, a couple days ago when I started jumping in, looking for it and stuff, see what was going on. Because I was thinking, is it going to be like on the Sun wallet, or is there an interface for it already? And then that's when I found the Schwartz video talking about it, and then I found this one too. This is Orchestra Finance. That was actually at the latest Apex too. They're talking about it too.
Yeah, I jumped into Orchestra Finance a couple months ago.
Yeah, your mic is low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you can't turn it up anymore?
It's pretty quiet.
Okay, let me do real quick.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it on my end.
Orchestra Finance. They don't use the Sun wallet, do they? That's why I jumped on.
Not for the DevNet. For DevNet, they only have I can show you guys. They only have Gem Wallet and I believe it's Crossmark.
I think that's jumped out.
But it says they're going to be adding the rest of them, Sum, Descent, Ledger, and all of them. So pretty much, I think they'll add those once they go live.
Hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah! I'm excited, guys. Like my bags are pumped in my head right now. Like I'm having fun with that shit. It's gamify, dude. Just like Flare. Flare is gamify too, but it's TradeFi or whatever you'd call it. DeFi. I don't know what you call it. DeFi, I guess, but I call it gamify just because it just makes it more interactive, you know. Other than just sitting there going, "Oh man, when's it gonna moon?" Someone always going, "When's it gonna moon?" You know, fucking. Someone's always complaining and shit. You know what I mean? Or you might even be down on your bags that day. You're like bummed out or whatever. But yeah, it gives us something to do and be able to build something from it, right? Like, I love it.
Yep. Add liquidity.
All right, so like bags. So what your experience with it so far? Have you just been using the interface rather than actually seeing if you get gains or not at this point?
Yeah, there's really no way on here to see. Like on Stellar, they have a way to see how much you're getting and stuff like that, but I'm not seeing it. The only way I think that you can see on here is when you pull out your LP tokens, and then you can gauge it from there, I guess.
Right.
Max, drop the link in here so I can.
Because you can come here and withdraw and then select how many LP tokens you want to withdraw. It gives you a certain amount of LP tokens depending on how much you add to the pool.
So when you withdraw your LP tokens, do you get it back as your like proportional to the assets to the pool?
As far as your stuff back?
Yeah, so you put in your tokens, right? Both sides, and you get LP tokens that represent your stake in the pool. But how do you transfer them back from LP tokens to your original assets?
You just withdraw your LP tokens and.
Oh, you do, and then it gives you the split.
Yeah,
essentially.
You can see
Okay,
it right here, how much you got in there and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And it changes depending on how much you want to take out.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Are they showing you like the estimated fees?
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
Not on here, at least.
Yeah.
Those are very good questions. to that we have to get a certain amount of gas.
Hey, can you
Hey,
guys hear
sorry.
her?
No, hey, Steph, I heard my name, but I can't hear you. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I'm gonna pick something.
This is really dope. This is really cool.
Yeah, and again, if we go from, like, if the XRPL can go to where Uniswap is, again, it's doing what? The XRPL is doing 500K 24 hours right now. You go from 500K to 1 billion, just what Uniswap's doing, that's like 1,600x from where we are right now.
It's gonna be insane.
That's awesome, Bags. Cool for showing us this, man.
Yeah, thanks for showing that.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, because Apex was trying to show stuff earlier. It was really cool, and he was talking about the journey that it was Uniswap, right? Apex, Uniswap, the journey they had within 6 months. You tell that real quick to Bags within 6 months how that happened.
Yeah, I was just comparing, what I think is the most successful, like in terms of volume of DEX right now is still Uniswap on Ethereum. And they had their airdrop in September of 2021, and I think by May of 2022 they were already doing. So effectively, they went from 0, right, to, oh man, I forget off the top of my head, but it was like, was it 20 billion? Because it was during a bull market too, so to like 20 billion in transaction in just 8 months. And I was just saying, like, you can only imagine like what's possible for when the automated market maker goes live on the XRPL. Because currently the XRPL DEX is doing 500,000 in daily trading volume right now, and I know it's better. I know the XRPL is better than Ethereum, like in every technical aspect you can expect. Ethereum just has, they have the larger volume right now, and they're the hair in the race right now. But it just shows how quickly the XRPL with AMMs, like what's possible, right? Because we know there's coins that have done that before, and if XRP does that, you're talking a 1,600% or 1,600x in volume, in just 6 months, 6 or 7 months. So I'm excited to see what happens when this goes live.
Definitely. I also created this ChatGPT bot where I plugged in the info from the Git book and a couple other interviews I seen, like the one from Shorts and the Orchestra one, and you can ask this thing pretty much any question and it'll answer it based off that stuff.
Oh, that's dope. Oh, you linked data sets to it, so
yeah.
Can you have it tell us what's up right now?
Yeah, we can ask it something, see what it says. What do you want?
Ask it when moon.
I was just gonna say that when moon. Ask about the clawback.
This is I only put in stuff about the AMM.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ask about liquidity pools or something like that.
Or impermanent loss.
Oh, there you go.
Tell me about impermanent loss.
Hey, should I turn the music off, or is that okay?
It's cool.
I think it's cool.
All right, cool. I just don't want to interfere with it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, see, that's dope. Nice.
Oh, it doesn't read it to you?
Nuh-uh.
But that's pretty awesome, man, because you'd be able to take that.
We should have said, tell me about explain impermanent loss to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Yeah. Could you please read it out? Thank you, chat. Whatever the hell you are, Dev.
Because my friends are not that smart, or my friend Apex is not that smart. Not you guys. You guys are dope. Yeah, there we go. I could get behind this.
That's hilarious. Stickers. You put in one toy and 10 stickers because You want to share them with friends, but there's a special rule. If someone wants to swap their stickers for a toy, the magic box decides how many stickers they need to give based on what's already in the box. This is
awesome.
This
This
feels
is good shit, dude. Are you kidding me?
this feels a bit sad because if you had just kept your toy and stickers without putting them in the magic box, you could have traded your toy for even more stickers because everyone loves toys now. This is not wrong. It's a good analogy for explaining how impermanent loss works.
And they're talking about FOMO. It says this feeling of missing out on getting more stickers because you shared your toy and stickers in the magic box is what grown-ups call impermanent loss. It's like when you share something and it becomes more popular. You might not get back as much fun as you could have if you didn't share, right? So yeah, it's a trip, man. Like there, in the beginning, you'll get a whole lot. But,
this is actually not a bad way if you've never understood liquidity pools on DEXs.
This
is like a very good way of understanding it.
It says the magic box is trying to be fair.
Right on, Bagman.
So sometimes this is how things turn out.
I mean, Father Sachs.
It is what it is.
Sorry, Father Sachs. Thank you.
I love it.
Okay, nice.
It's just dope, Bags. Good stuff, bro. It's tight.
Hey Bags, do you pay for the premium version or is this just the free one?
Yeah, I got ChatGPT 4.
Okay, yeah.
Watch out.
I just recently got it. I was trying to get it before. I didn't have it, but you couldn't.
Did they waitlist you?
Yeah, you had to get a waitlist, but it's open now.
Okay, yeah, my father-in-law did it. I got it like right when it came out because I was like, holy crap, this thing. I was just messing with it, and dude, I spend more time on ChatGPT than I do like Netflix. Like, I mean, like when you think about it, because you have to pay a monthly fee for it, and like my wife was like, "You pay $20 a month for this robot thing?" I said, and it's worth every penny.
This robot thing.
That's how I got my first Evernote up. I plugged in the same thing and some info from all the like the gift books and the websites, and that's how I got my note up.
And it helped you?
Yeah, it helped me.
Yeah, dude.
And all that.
Apex. He didn't know how to do the node, right? He said it, man. He's like, dude, I couldn't figure it out or something like that, right? And then he tells us that he was on the plane using the fucking AI, and he got that shit running on the plane on his way to Sacktown to meet up with us.
Oh no, that's when I already had it figured out, and I was popping left and right.
Oh, you did it for Lady E or something like that.
Yeah, she wanted to run and I popped
pretty
it up.
cool. It was a good story.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is cool stuff, man. I love it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we got to wait on the AMM to get re-voted on. I think they already updated the code to a new version to be voted on. So.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Like they had to do a new rippled release?
It's like 2.1 or something like that, no?
So are you guys feeling, because the timing to me is really lining up with I'm talking everything that is going on right now, and springtime just seems right for something to happen, like, and I don't know what it is, but I mean in a good way. I'm talking the good thing, not all the bad shit that everyone expects to happen, but talking about like where we really start seeing some action and the cat's out of the bag. No one could really FUD Ripple or XRP anymore, even if they have the case going, but maybe the case settles and it changes everything. You know what I mean? Right away. Isn't it supposed to settle like in April or something? Or could that just keep dragging on?
Oh, here. Sorry, Rain. But Daniel No Keller said, XRP DevNet is now running rippled version 2.10 RC1, 2.10 milestone, 100% complete.
Yep. And they just released it 2 days ago. I'll link it in the chat.
You can also check on XRP scan, and then there's an amendments tab at the top, and then you can click AMM, and then you can check like the voting and stuff like that.
Right on, man. So you are you going to the Super Bowl back, man?
Nah, they're like 7-8 G's minimum.
What the hell?
So it's like up 30% from the last year's.
You got to be super rich to fucking do that shit.
And that's the back seats, huh? That's not even the front. That's like,
Hey, 10 years from now, Bagman's going to be doing the halftime show.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah, right. No fuck, dude.
Sponsored by Zaman and Ripple and Uphold.
I'm gonna be on an island collecting the liquidity fees.
Shout out to my Evernote. Thank you, baby.
No shit.
That's dope.
I'd like to thank my Evernote and my Gala nodes that just keep on giving and giving. No.
Bags, you want to talk about the Gala stuff?
Yeah. What about the new burn and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with the new burn, dude?
Man, I forgot about it because I've been deep in the AMM, but I don't even remember what it was, really, the details about it. But you remember what it was, Nerdy?
No, I can find it real quick.
Well, I know that some big things are going to be happening with Gala here soon because it's, we're going to get to the point where the cat's going to be out of the bag with them too, because they said that they're actually going to start pushing forward right now that they got the chain fully launched and they got the APK or whatever that is for devs out there, that they're going to be doing a marketing campaign. So, and they're revamping all of Gala from the inside. So yeah, making it leaner and meaner. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm still super bullish on them, man.
Something to do with the referral bonuses.
Oh yeah, they're voting to get referral bonuses back for the nodes, I think.
Oh, really?
They had it when they first started because I had like 5-6 nodes just in referrals. And they're pretty much like nodes, but I mean, you didn't actually own the node, but you would get it. You would have a node just off of referral points. So you would collect the same as a regular node as long as you had enough points, a full node.
Hey, when they turn them NFTs, are you going to get rid of one?
No, I only have one. I only have one right now.
Oh, okay. So they
got rid of the referral shit.
The referrals made it like you had another node and shit. Yeah.
Like I had 5 more.
Yeah, G's talking about he's probably going to off one of his, and I'm curious to see what they're going to be going for. But with the dirt I've been digging and what I've seen them in their roadmap and stuff like that, but with their plans, from what I'm seeing, because they've been revamping things, and the founders nodes, I think in the future are going to be worth a whole lot more. Now, would I go buy one right now? Hell no, they're way too expensive. But I think they're going to be very valuable.
Yeah, I would hold on to it.
What's that?
I said, yeah, I would hold on to it because even just at like all-time highs, collecting daily Gala, I'd rather do that instead of just selling it.
Right. Yeah. Right. So think about it. Like you have that, minting. You're minting that shit, man. Like I don't know, man. Because if you look at what their vision is, yeah, they're doing media. They're doing some media stuff, and they said Schermeyer said that's the main dude. He said straight up in one of the interviews that about the Gala chain. He said they had about 100 freaking announcements that they can make, but they're waiting because they're going to do a marketing campaign. And I think a lot of it too, obviously, because they said they've been building. That's all they've been doing. They've been building, and restructuring, right? But also, I would think that the regs and all that, right? The regulators and all that kind of also made them have to rethink some of the things that they wanted to do. You know what I mean? So it's pretty wild. And they were saying even too that if you had a project, this was Bitbender. He said, if you have a project and you spin up a project on the Gala chain and you have your own node network on there, right? And there's gas fees. So if they charge gas fees to whoever's using their network, the developers can get a piece of those gas fees from the network. So they were saying that it's a good incentive for startups and stuff like that, and how they don't really have to do an ICO or whatever. They could do a fair launch on the Gala chain by having the node networks distribute the coins over time, just like what Gala's doing, right? and it keeps it more stable, more legit. You're not. It's called a fair launch. So it's kind of cool. There's a lot of things they're trying to do. So they're looking at more of what do they call it? Enterprise. They're moving to an enterprise grade layer 1 blockchain on the Hyperledger fabric. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's good to have another. What's that?
They switched Townstar out for just the regular Gala, so that's cool once Townstar starts back up. But I was collecting on Townstar.
I thought they were going to have dirt. You're saying I thought they were using dirt.
Oh, it might be dirt now. I haven't really been looking into it.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like, there's a lot of starts and fits as far as the gaming and all that. But there's a lot of things happening with the gaming. Like, I play Echoes of Empire. That's one of the newest ones they dropped. That game is awesome, dude. It's fucking pretty banging. And then the big one that's going to be coming out, I don't know exactly when, but it's looking amazing. It's on Unreal Engine 5. It's called Last Expedition. And that one's pretty badass.
Had you already played that one?
I haven't played it yet. I was trying to play it last night, but I was having problems with Epic Games. It sucks because they don't have a setup to where because usually you can launch a lot of the stuff through Gala, right? But through Epic Games, I was having problems hooking up with them last night, so I couldn't play the game. It'll show it right here. Cool. Yeah, so that's the last Expedition.
Pre-alpha.
Yeah, you could download it. It used to be you had to have an NFT to play it, and now it's just you just have to have an Epic Games account. So yeah, there's some big things happening. I'm telling you, Gala is doing some cool stuff. So this is one of the developers that isn't bailing on them, that didn't have contract disputes. Oh, there you go. Some good gameplay.
All right,
it's in Unreal Engine 5 and it's in pre-alpha. Still in pre-alpha, I think. So it's come a long way. It's fucking badass, dude.
We need this, but a Rich Duck game. That'll be epic.
Well, games take a lot of money and a lot of time, guys. Like, yeah. When I got into Gala, I didn't realize.
Gary. That can be a Gary monster.
Yeah, that's Gary trying to fucking cock block. He's cock blocking. We call that the cock blocker monster. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So when you land on the planet, because you land on the planet or whatever, yeah, you can show them the other games too, like Echoes of Empire. Can you go to Echoes of Empire? That one's badass, dude. Because that one's actually launched. There you go, Echoes of Empire. So this is the one I'm playing right now. It's pretty cool, man.
Dope.
Yeah, so Gala's actually building stuff, man, even in these times. You know? Yeah, I own like 3 planets. I'm building up my force pretty big right now. So I'm basically I'm serious. I'm in build mode, man. Like, I'm building up my fleet to where someone's gonna want me to align with them because I'm gonna be pretty powerful in the galaxy. That's awesome, Bagman.
Yeah, I think I got something in here.
Yeah, you bought like 2 planets, I think. Or 1. Was it 1? Maybe it was 1 of them. But I got 3 of them. I got 2 uncommons and a rare. So I have some pretty good, resources. I go to those, and then I'm able to get tax off of it. I tax myself, basically, to mine it. You could do like a tax or whatever on people that are there, playing the game. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, they got a lot going on, guys. Grit, I don't know what's going on with Grit. Something up with the developer on that. That's third party. Legends Reborn. What's that?
Says you can play it. Grit.
Yeah. So check it out. So you can play it, but you got to go through Epic Games again. Like I said, just like the other one. The thing is that they haven't supported anything with Gala. They haven't done anything officially with Gala after the launch. It's just kind of a rough thing. And then Legends Reborn, that company that was making it went bankrupt, and they bought the game to fucking help to keep the players whole, right? Like I own 2 taverns in this game, Legends Reborn, and yeah, so like, and to keep us whole, what did Gala do? They fucking bought the rights to the game, right? And they're trying to do that with they're trying to get a hold of I think Spider Tanks. I don't know about Superior, but they had some issues with these guys too. It's I'm telling you, this market, what we all went through, what all these companies have gone through, a lot of companies have gone away. These guys are still building, and they're acquiring. Like they acquired Dragon Strike through the developers of these guys, the Walking Dead Empires. They bought the whole development team, and this is teamed up with what, AMM or what is it, A&E? I think it's A&E or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So they got Dragon Strike. Yeah, like Walking Dead right here is literally real. It's with the real IP. It's pretty cool, dude. I don't usually show all this stuff, but
You checked this one out yet?
yeah, I played this a little bit. It's hard. It's a hard one. This is a hard one to get into. This is more like social based, so you really do need people to game with because, dude, you'll get slaughtered in there. Yeah, you'll get messed up. And I do play the poker one, Poker Go Play. I play that, so they have that too. That's live. They got Legacy. I kind of stopped playing that one. Superior is an awesome game, guys, but that one's on. It's on Steam, but they have coming soon. So I don't know. They may be working something out with that one, right? And Legends Reborn, they're going to be launching this, I think, this year, which is cool because the team's really cool. It's a card game, and it's badass. It has a lot of animation and stuff. It's pretty cool. Battlestar Galactica, I don't know anything about, other than I think it's Universal. So yes, that's a big fucking company, Universal. And that one's still coming soon, supposedly. We got Mirandus is huge, and then Fortitude is still coming soon. I don't know. So, yeah. And then music, they're fucking totally revamped music. They're doing full launch of film. And dude, they got films that are winning awards and shit. You know, get nominated for fucking whatever it is. I forget what it'd be, Emmys, or I think they had someone nominated for a Grammy, I want to say, in music. I forget. I can't keep up with all of it. I'm not shilling Gala Games, guys. I'm just giving info, man. Like, I've been experiencing Gala Games ever since I got into it. I probably know more about Gala Games sometimes, I think, than I do Ripple and XRP. You know? So, yeah, I've been into that shit for a while. I got sucked in. I'll admit it.
I was playing some games when blockchain gaming was first popping off. I was jumping into a couple of them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I forget what the game's called, but got hella NFTs in that one. It's like a multiplayer fun game.
Nice.
I forget what it's called though.
They were calling for some Fury game. I don't know what they're talking about.
The only Web3 game I really got into that was on Gala was Spider Tanks. Spider Tanks was fun.
Dude, Spider Tanks, I was so hooked on that shit, guys. And then the fucking dev team kind of like, they sold a bunch of tanks and then they were like, oh, see ya. And they just kind of left, right? Like, it was kind of messed up, man. So, yeah, I invested a lot into that game. It's a cool game. I hope Gala ends up getting it. You know, I hope they end up buying it. That'd be cool. You know? So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, you know, like, we got burned on a lot of things. I will say that. And I'm talking about all crypto. Like, crypto OG. Yeah, I played Townstar until I got, like, carpal tunnel syndrome, man. I was like, fuck this game. You know what I mean? I'm not playing that shit no more. Crypto OG said I was slinging mad flour on Townstar.
I was slinging sugars.
Yeah, I was exactly. That's what I was calling myself, a sugar, because I tried to explain it to people. I'd be like, dude, I'm a sugarcane tycoon. I got all these sugarcane fields, dude.
A tutorial on Townstar how to get started and get a town running.
Yeah, you were fucking pretty good, dude. Like, I wasn't the greatest at it, but I did. I made it work. But I would see your town, and I'd be like, oh shit, dude. I mean, that's right. He had fucking multiple nuclear reactors and shit. And I'm like, damn, Bagman. I'm not good at that.
Crypto G said he was slinging mad flour on Townstar.
Yeah, you can pick to whatever you want to create, and all you had to do was collect a certain amount of points for the day, and you're good. You would get your Townstar for the day.
Well, yeah, dude, we were living in utopia, man. It was like a utopian dream. For me, it was utopian because it was a gamified crypto, right? So I was like, oh, I got sucked in. It was bad.
And you were earning, and shit, Townstar ran to $1, then $2.
Damn. It was a popular game.
Yeah, like music tokens worth more than Gala, but I think when they kick this freaking system in, when they kick the Gala chain in, and they got people buying up Gala because that's how they would join the network, is that they have to buy up Gala or whatever. Plus if they're doing these burns, dude, like taking Gala off the market, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everything they do is it's going to add up, I think.
Beggy, you got elves making cotton candy?
Yeah.
That's dope.
No shit.
I had a casino on my stuff. My shit was hooked up.
That's sick.
No shit. Oil wells and fucking windmills and shit. And then we had for power, we had the big giant wind turbines. That's crazy. I had my freaking lowrider. You guys? Oh, I didn't have a lowrider, but I had the DJ. I had like the record player DJ thing spinning, and the shoes walking around, and fucking Vox, and the fucking whatever his name was, basketball courts and stuff. Dude, totally got sucked in like a sucker. Well, right on, guys. I think I'm gonna call it, man, here in a little bit. So I appreciate everyone that came out, man. What do you got, Bags?
I'm gonna just show my old Townstar.
Oh hell yeah! Let's do this real quick.
Let's
do this real quick.
Let's do it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Bagman, hell yeah. Make people FOMO in the Gala.
Bro, is that your little town right there? The whole thing?
Like at that time, I was getting 113 town per day.
Damn.
I think you were like, dude, I was fucking paying my rent. I was paying my rent with Townstar, I think, at one point.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. Talk about FOMO.
He changed his name to JP Baggy.
Town Bags.
Town Bags. Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, here's my town right here. If you pick by the waters were the best spots because you don't have to buy the ponds. The ponds are the most expensive. But if you got a water spot, you would just pull from here. So that's why we would get up early and we would text each other, get up, we got to get town, and restart it.
Oh my God.
Every certain amount of days it would restart and you would have to pick a new spot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was a land rush.
Yep. But it was pretty fun, especially because you get to collect.
That's tight.
We would do StreamYards like this and just do Townstar setups and shit. I was teaching everybody.
That's funny, dude. Farming town, but having some fun though. At one point it was fun. I think they learned a lot from all this shit though. You know what I mean? And we were definitely pioneers. We were super early, man.
These windmills were cooking up sugars, but you can pick whatever you wanted to make. And we got like sugar canes over here, and we got the trees for wood. I got my box right here, which gave you bonus points.
Yeah, the little box fucking package.
They just walk around and they don't do nothing but give you extra points to collect town.
Yeah, they would cruise around, they'd go into the fucking houses and shit, they'd go in and out of the buildings. It's pretty funny, dude. Yeah, Gala, I gotta admit, Gala got me through the dark ages of the crypto winter, man. It really did, because I was playing their games and I was involved in the ecosystem. Kept me busy with, not thinking about how much Gary Gensler screwed us over, man. Like, yeah, anyways. But we fought through this shit, man.
So you know how Bag showed us the whole liquidity pools and everything. I wonder if that's the reason of this moment and all the riddles and all that stuff of stacking your bags and all this stuff. But was to just, if you had a big enough bag, you can just put some for the liquidity pools, have some on the side, and then have a little tiny little bit that you sell, and it would just be residual. But you would have to invest in the beginning in order to obtain that kind of, maybe that's what the riddle was all about. Who knows?
It also adds a lot of more liquidity, and it makes it easier to do trading and stuff like that, because you're not just pulling from the order books. You can just jump on the AMM, and it pulls from both the AMM and the order books, and you're pulling from that liquidity pool. So there's no like, oh, I gotta do 3 different sells just to eat up 3 different orders, because there's 3 different sell prices in the order books and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Rain, you ready?
Yeah. So thank you guys for coming on, man, hanging out. Appreciate you hopping on too, Baggy.
Sacks.
Yes,
Big
sir.
sacks.
Off the sack.
Batha Sack.
Good
I
show,
love it.
guys.
Well, I appreciate everyone that hung out with us for sure. And
Shout out
you
to
guys-
Sean. Shout out to G. Shout out to Apex, Bags, everybody. Good stuff.
Yeah, totally. And you guys have a great weekend and Super Bowl, I guess. A lot of people are going to be watching the Super Bowl. You guys watching it?
I'm gonna be looking out for Bane.
Oh, shit.
Bro, come on. It's Gold versus Swift. Obviously, the Gold's gonna win.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. And there's a prophecy. I said that earlier. There was a prophecy. It could have already been fulfilled, but people think it wasn't fulfilled. And it was some guy from the 80s, dude. And I guess he did do some prophecies, right? And they came true. But he said back then that when the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, and this would be their 3rd one, so it could have already happened last year, but there was supposed to be a huge awakening in the spirit, like a huge, like Jesus Christ movement kind of thing, that's supposed to happen. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, guys, but there was something like that did happen last year, and the Chiefs won last year, right? So it could have already happened, but I think the Niners win because it's the reverse of 2020, just like DJT wins, reverse of 2020, right? Because it's a repeat of 2020, guys. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
2020 is repeating. It's fucking wild. You guys feel it?
Yeah.
Lower levels Sunday stream.
I think 2001 was a test. I think 2001 was supposed to. I think it was 2 things. I think that was when everything was supposed to happen, but it actually turned into a test, to where everything drastic that was supposed to happen happened, but who knows? Maybe other powers came to be and just spoiled everything, and then now we're at that point where it's 01 all over again. Because it's literally 01 all over again. It's the same thing. It's a repeat when we already lived through all of this. So,
yeah, it's fucking strange world. I know that. It's a fucking strange world, guys. Like,
it's wild though, but it's happening like to the exact same T, exactly what happened. Like think about it. It's everything happening one. It's 9/11, it's Y2K, it's the chicken pox or whatever kind of the swine flu. It's literally all of those in one, and all those combined, and that's been the past 3 years. 4 years.
No shit, bro. You're onto something there.
Yeah. So I just think that they're just like, I believe we're at the end, 100%. I have no doubts that we're at the end.
Yeah, and everyone is starting to be able to see the old man behind the curtain, right?
Yep. So
it's a Wizard of Oz. It literally is.
Yeah. Remember, he did say we're in the 3rd quarter. We're in the 4th quarter. So if you think about financial quarter ends in March. That'll be the end of the 4th, which would actually be the 1st. But
what you got, Bags?
Hey, this is the other game that I remember I used to play. G used to jump on here. It's like you can get a whole bunch of people on there. It's called Blancos.
Nice. Oh yeah, they were huge.
It was it's pretty fun.
It looks hella fun.
Well, they were ahead of the game because they were able to have a game out when a lot of other people were just talking about what they were going to do. You know what I mean?
What happened to the project?
It's still out. You can still play it. I had a whole bunch of NFTs in there.
Oh shit.
And then this is the other one I used to play. It's called Lost Relics. This one was pretty cool. It was kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons type one.
Oh, nice. This looks fun.
Yeah, that one we were talking about, the Walking Dead Empires through Gala. That one's pretty cool because it's going to have areas where there would be like a dungeon crawl where you're going into like a subway, you know, where the subway train would be, or you go into different buildings and stuff. So they're going to make it to where it's going to be pretty cool, man. When that game gets found, when people find out about that game, I think it'll be pretty big. You know, it's just there's a lot of games. Not all games do good. You know, a lot of games fail in the regular world. So, but I think if people get a hold of The Walking Dead, they'll probably be like, "Oh yeah, I'm hooked." Especially when you build guilds and shit. You know, when you have the guilds.
Oh, they're moving to Blankos Mobile.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, dude. You go mobile. It's huge. Mobile's huge. Yeah, I think the Niners win. As long as that guy's prophecy doesn't go through, then the Niners win probably. That's what I'm thinking.
Who? What's his name? Bo Polony?
Oh yeah, Bo Polony, dude. Right? He was the one that was calling that out, huh?
Yeah, he made a video. I think he was saying. Didn't he say Chiefs?
Yeah, Chiefs. Exactly.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I just don't want no funny business. Just play nice, everyone, and no funny business, right? Like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
All right. So Sean Thompson says, "Have a good weekend" to the chat and everyone else. So
appreciate
all right.
you.
Yeah. Cool for coming on, guys. How do we want to end it? Let me think here. Do you want Bubba? I think we do Bubba.
You don't got no Little Rain?
Little Rain? Yeah, I don't have an outro, Little Rain. But how about this? Let's do here. We're gonna do this, man. We got to turn this music off here. Hold on.
Rain, you gonna make a Little Rain song?
I wanted to do that with Bags, where we do like Little Rain and Little Baggy, if I could go back and forth, or like a skit, whatever. But yeah, I get sidetracked and shit. And hold on. Let's see here. Trying to bring this video up. Oh, not video. I'm trying to do a link. What the hell just happened? All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. This is legit. This is legit. Let me night to the chat. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Like always. Fucking you guys are awesome.
Later, guys.
Hit another roll like we're sliding. Hit another wave. Now we riches around the world and we vibing. All of the fam crawl, walk, rocket. Now we striving. All aboard the ship, stay rocking. Just let it go and keep it knocking. Leave them haters in the coffin. Got no time cause we steadily popping. Let them know that we out here. Let them know that we out here. Got some bags here, got some bags there. Got a whole lot of options. Had the whole crypto game, had it locked in. Got the wealth and the knowledge. And we always on the offense, can't block it. Plus we making moves where we copy. Staying fly in the cockpit. Moon party in the back, man, mosh pit. Said prayer, know they watching. Said prayer that they biting. Wanted you to let it go, but you know that's not no option. Know where we going and they know they can't stop it. Try to shake us out so the price dropping. But we know the plan, so we steady stocking. Putting in that overtime, overnight stocking. Even skip Christmas, I ain't have no stockings. Up on coffee time, watching them charts popping. Staying extra bullish as we locking them profits. Lick my ice cream, having nice dreams. Double X like a double Nike. There'll never be another like me. Liquidity like a Squirtle. I'm immortal, fighting mortals. Uppercuts through the portal. Fighting the last boss like a squirrel. Multiple hands trying to pull me below through the floral. But we made it smashing, fudge, jumping hurdles. Say an affirmation for those who passed on through the portal.
Badass, man.
We gon' have to go and shut it down. Plant a few codes, we breaking the mold. Utility run, we breaking the show. We knew how it went, now look how it go. Rockets gon' blow, we bought on the low. Liquidity flow, you would think it was pro. How we moving them chains, changing the game and them gains of the pains. No longer a slave, mental mind state, yeah, it all changed. Pop, 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 you then know you're not. Jump in the yacht, we dropping the top. Bought the whole block, we spreading the pot. Now we gon' plot like Pinky of the Brain. Unlock the locks and undo the knots. Turn off all the clocks and shut down the bots. Now they all found once they was lost. BYOB, buy your own blocks.